God of War should have
I
won Game of the Year.
You just want to be right. That's the only thing that matters
Yeah.
to you.
I
Some
just
people
wanna
argue
be
about
right,
it,
yo.
bro.
God of War should have won Game of the Year.
And we throw out facts.
You didn't prove a point though. That's the thing.
Nothing, bro.
No one
That's-
cares because you're wrong.
Okay.
God of War Game of the Year.
Hey, we ready? Yeah, let's start this up.
Okay. I don't know what I just walked into, but what's going on, internet? Welcome back to episode 4 of The Summit, the podcast where we share with you all the latest and greatest gaming, anime, and pop culture news, saving you all the time of finding it yourself. If you're listening to this, you can find us on all major podcasting platforms. We're available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Be sure to follow us on our social media, which will be linked in the show description to keep fuck that up.
Sorry, bro.
Keep up with us away from the show. I'm keeping that in there. Bringing you in for today's episode. I'm your host, your boy Ashley, and with me are my co-hosts who make all this possible. I didn't give y'all intros, so Rain, go ahead and bring you in.
Oh, you said it's your boy Rain, aka CJ. Follow me on Twitch at Rain _aka _CJ. YouTube is just Rain, aka CJ, and I do not have TikTok, Instagram, or anything like that.
Ain't gonna be here for
TikTok.
long.
That's it.
Yeah. Our next host is Razor SJS. I didn't give you an intro either, so go ahead and speak your piece.
I mean, it's all right. I think I'd like to think some people would remember me by now. If not, same thing. Razor, gamer, writer, movie enjoyer, show, anime enjoyer, all that. Glad to be back here. Glad that you're here listening in.
And last, and definitely not least, our next host, Striker. I didn't write you one either, so go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all can find me over at twitch.tv at the Almighty Striker. Ooh, I almost messed that up.
We all fucking up the days.
Also
Okay.
on TikTok, which we got around for the next
Do
6
say.
months. Potentially.
All
Same
right.
tag.
All right. Yeah, I'm very ill prepared for today's show. Not gonna lie. I ain't had much time this week to really push it in the notes, so we just gonna be winging it. All right, we just gonna be winging it. Starting
That's
out.
kind of
That
thing.
means you care about the people.
I'm sorry.
missed that vote. I got you.
I apologize. What's up? What y'all been up to, man? We'll just start it out like that, cause ain't much in these notes. I'll tell you that right now.
You're right, because I did not start Shogun. Not gonna lie.
Neither did I.
Yeah, yeah. But
None of y'all
I want
started
to.
it?
No.
I
When
watched
you
the
said
first
that
episode.
earlier,
Yeah.
oh man, yeah, I was like,
Okay, so
damn.
I can give a little good intro about Shogun. I watched
you
that like
started
2
it?
days ago. Yeah, I started the first episode. I meant to
Nice.
watch the second one last night, but I ended up falling asleep, bro. I was too tired.
Okay.
But yeah. So Shogun is a show. It takes place back in 1600. I haven't done no research yet, so I do not know how much of a true story this is based on.
Mhm.
But so back in 1600 in Japan, the Taiko, who's like the shogun, died, and his territory, I mean his son, his heir,
Yeah.
was too young to rule. He's just a little kid, right?
Mhm.
So his dying wish was that the 5 leading like families that have the 5 territories of the land,
Mhm.
they were to share power peacefully until his son is to come of age and take the rightful seat.
Sounds about right.
Obviously, niggas is greedy, so shit ain't finna rock like that. So our main
Cheesy.
character, I cannot for the life of you remember that. I don't know their names yet. I'm sorry, except for the English people, for obvious reasons. But I do not have their names memorized yet. But our main guy, he is the leader. He is one of the leaders of the faction, and he's the outcast. The other 4 are plotting against him to try and take his territory. Right.
Oh.
So what they do is he insists. So the heir's mother, he has her visit his land while he is in turn visiting the other parts of the kingdom for business.
Mhm.
And now he's pretty much being held prisoner by them, and the whole plot unraveled of how they want to take his power, and so how he's gonna proceed, and that is part of the plot. And the other part is this Englishman led by this man named John Blackthorne or whatever. They were selling for Japan, right? Because they were trying to open up trade to the new world.
Yo.
And eventually they did find it. But obviously, language barriers and also religious barriers, right? Because the Japans back in this time hated Christians, and this was during the whole Protestant movement, and Christians were, bouncing all over the planet, right?
Yeah.
So, but John, the special thing about him is he hates Christianity. So that's something he has in common with the Japanese people and like differentiating from his own people. And so that's an interesting juxtaposition there. But he gets captured, but he gets captured inside of our main guy's territory.
Mm.
And so he is delivered to him. And dude's going to use him to try and help, usurp the power or keep his power. And that's kind of the premise of the show. And so it's obviously, betrayal, power, corruption, stuff like that. And it's pretty great so far. The first episode, pretty great opening episode. It had my attention the whole way.
How's the action in it?
I haven't seen much action yet.
Oh,
but
damn. So this is
does-
juicy like that, then.
Yeah. There's no action yet, but it does show stuff. Okay, like for instance, one man was executed, and the way they executed it is they had a cauldron and put it out in public, lit a fire under it, and put him in the cauldron, and he was boiled alive.
What?
And like,
Damn.
and like he was only doing that because that was dude's favorite method of execution. That's why he had him do that.
Oh.
So the dude was boiled alive. There was one guy who, we see one head roll in the first episode, maybe two. I can't remember if we see the second one, but you see one head roll and it comes out of nowhere. Like there isn't much action yet, which I appreciate because it's the first episode, they're building up to it.
Yeah.
Right. But from what I've seen, they're not going to be afraid to show us a little bit of gore and stuff when necessary. Because like the man, as he's getting boiled alive, you can see his bone. You can see the meat underneath the skin. It's
Oh, shit. Oh.
yeah. I feel like they're gonna be real with us when it comes to that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Next Game of Thrones contender?
Yeah, I've heard people can compare them. I haven't read into the comparisons, but that is something I've heard word of mouth.
Interesting. Boiled alive. That's a little max.
Yeah, my nigga.
They got titties?
Was good.
Follow me.
Yes.
That's a good show.
There is a set in the first episode. Yes.
Maybe they should get Sydney Sweeney to get a part in that.
Oh man. Okay. But yeah, definitely recommend checking it out for anyone interested. 100%. First, it's worth it.
Are you gonna finish the series?
Yes.
Come
There's
on.
4 episodes out right now. I
Oh, it's
forgot
weekly.
What day they released. Yes.
Oh.
I forgot what days they released. And there's a dub. There's the original version, which is all subtitles, I'm assuming, and the dubbed version, which I love the dubbed version here because it's not completely English. If in cases where there's 2 characters that speak different languages, right? The English people who speak Spanish, really, I think, because they're from Portuguese. No, they're not Spanish. Not all of them are Spaniards. I may be missing that up. But in cases like that, they'll speak English while the Japanese actually still speak Japanese. So like you will still get that language barrier like thing in show, so the immersion stays in and you're not broken out of immersion. So it is pretty great.
So what's
But
the
there's,
show's
4
original
episodes out
language?
right now. Japanese.
Oh shit. Huh. That's interesting.
Come on.
But
Come
the
on,
dub
son.
is
I have to watch
caught up
this,
with the sub though. So if you choose to watch dub, you're not going to be behind for it.
Oh, bet. Hell yeah. I need to
Both
start
4
that.
episodes out right now.
I definitely need to
Real
fucking
quick.
get it. What's up?
Not you. I was just saying, just real quick. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I was talking to him, but
Oh,
just
shit.
like real quick.
I got you. Okay. Shit. I'm trying to see what we could. Y'all got anything that brought to your attention this week?
I checked out your video on Rise of Ronin because I wasn't looking into it myself.
Thanks, man.
Didn't
I
know
did check it
all that about that. Yeah, I didn't know it was like one of those choice driven games and all that. Like basically, I didn't even know it was by the same studio that made Ghost of Tsushima and all that. Like I had no idea
No,
because this kind of came out left.
It's not the same studio as Ghost of Tsushima. It's a because the developers of Ghost of Tsushima was Sucker Punch, but the game pulls a lot of let me turn my fan off. The game pulls a lot of information, a lot of not information, a lot of kind of elements from Ghost of Tsushima.
Assets.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got a lot of the same characteristics. Obviously, it's like I think 300-400 years later, because Ghost of Tsushima was based in like let me see. Yeah. So Ghost of Tsushima takes place in like 1274. So this is like 400 years later. But they all connect because obviously, Ghost of Tsushima is a historical game. This is a historical game. And so that's why I was mentioning a lot, because I like all that. They took a lot of elements from Ghost of Tsushima, but they took a lot of elements from obviously their own past games like Wolong and the Neo series. And
Oh,
so
those were the ones. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
Neo.
so yeah,
Okay,
Neo and Wolong are that's who
I got that
the
mixed up because
developers are.
Neo I never played, but I've heard good things about.
Yeah, like it's a really great series apparently. And then I've played Wolong. I liked it. Well, I think you would like Wolong only because it's kind of Souls like, and it's but it's not, you know, obviously as hard because I played it a little bit and it didn't really it wasn't really like, you know, nothing crazy. It was definitely difficult, but nothing like too crazy. But definitely they make really good games, and that's why I'm pretty excited for this one. The story looks
Thank you.
fucking juicy.
Yeah, I
Um,
got you.
and just everything about it I'm pretty excited for. The visuals look great. The story, like I said, looks like it's gonna be something serious. I like the multiplayer aspect that they have of it, of basically just like, you know, having people come and assist you, but it's not, you know, seamless, of course, on the co-op aspect of it. I don't know. I think it's going to be a really good story game. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. Obviously, we got Dragon's Dogma coming up with it, but I don't know. I definitely think it could, you know, potentially be a contender, especially with the reviews coming out for it. You know, a lot of content creators got their hands on it. It's very positive right now. But I guess we'll see. Us normal people will see in about a week on I think next Friday actually. So I'm gonna get my hands on that. I'm probably gonna play it. I got work that day, so I'll probably fucking play it before work, stream a little bit, and see how I like it. But it's definitely interesting. Nah, you know.
Yep. Speaking of Dragon's Dogma, it was under a little bit of backlash
Was
like
it?
this past week. Nothing major. It's something that's kind of opinionated, right? So maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't. But you know, so like in the game they have vocations, right? Which essentially are like the classes of the game, right? And up until now they had only showed 10 vocations. And a lot of players assumed that those were just like the ones they were choosing to showcase before the release of the game. But you know, light has coming out that though no, those are the 10 vocations of the game.
You're saying
I didn't play the original
locations?
vocations. They're
Vocations. What
called
is that?
vocations, but they're classes. So like the warrior
Oh,
class,
okay,
the
classes.
mage, the archer, the thief. Yeah, they're classes basically.
Well,
So
that's a lot,
they're
isn't it?
10. Yeah, but I'm not sure how many are in the original Dragon's Dogma. But the disappointment stems from the fact that like, so the way that there are three different types of vocations, right? So there's your standard ones, which are the ones that you start off with that you can be from straight from the get go, right? Your warrior or fighter, mage, archer, thief type shit, right?
Yeah.
And then you have advanced vocations, which are like slightly like just your original base ones, but at an upgraded level, right? So like the
Yeah.
fighter turns to the warrior, mage turns to the sorcerer, you know, that type of thing, right? And then the last one is called hybrid vocations, which are combinations of other two vocations, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are disappointed because like there's no hybrid vocation of like archer and thief. Like they're missing like the fact there's only 10 means there are a lot of combinations in the game that just aren't explored and won't be a part of the game, right?
Right.
And that's what people are upset with. But there are some people defending it, saying 10 is plenty, and that maybe the movesets are all so deep that you know it you know makes up for the lack of number wise. But it's something we'll have to see. So it's kind of like it's your opinion. And in my opinion, I feel like most players aren't even going to bother to use the 10 vocations in the game. So like having 20 and all that, you're definitely going to have some not unused assets because some player will use them, but like the majority probably won't. The majority will probably at most do 2 or 3, right? Because how many times do you like replay a game or use different classes when you first buy it? If it's just as a casual gamer or average gamer, you know?
Is it a linear game?
It is, but it's open world.
Okay. And Rain, your music's coming in.
I got you.
And then damn, did you already pre-order this?
No, I haven't pre-ordered anything yet.
Yo, this shit is 37 hours, just main story. That's insane. That's fucking
Although
insane.
another thing I would praise Dragon Dogmas on too is the character creator that came out with the other week. That thing is amazing. I usually don't care about in-depth character creation.
Is it looking like Baldur's?
It's more. Like,
Are you serious?
If you look into it, like people, it's so in depth. People make celebrities and other like fiction characters and put them into and make them as their character in Dragon's Dogma. Like I've seen plenty of actors. I've seen Tobey Maguire. I've seen who's the girl from Game of Thrones, the Targaryen.
Oh yeah, my baby.
Her.
Yeah.
I've seen her. I've seen Superman. I've seen Danny DeVito. And then I've seen fictional characters like Geralt from The Witcher. Again, like
Ooh.
it's so in depth. You can make any actual face you can really think of. And I've also seen some hideous creations too. Like people do not hold back. So
It's
like
that in
it's
depth.
definitely
Like you
one of
can.
it's definitely one of
What?
the most in depth character creators that like I feel like we've seen in a while.
I wonder how this story's gonna be. Like,
Like it is pretty nice. Like hold on, like for reference,
Yeah.
if I turn on I could probably take a picture
Mhm.
of what I made with my character creator and send it to the chat so you can just get a reference real quick.
oh
And
wait,
this
how'd
is
you make?
something
Wait,
that
how'd you get a character creator on there?
go to Snap in the store. Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator. It's Snap.
It's an app.
Yeah, it's like a game application. So like that way you make your character there, and then when the full game comes out, you can transfer them over
Like on the App Store, or is it like on the PlayStation?
on the PlayStation.
No.
Like a
Oh,
game
yeah.
application.
Oh
Like
shit.
it's a game, yeah. And then when the full game comes out, you can transfer a pawn and a main character to there. So you'll be able to make two and transfer two. You can make more than that, but it will only transfer two. You select one of each.
Is that on Steam too? The little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
let me
definitely
check that
so.
out actually, because that'll be nice. Damn, now I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm sorry. My controller had to update for some reason, so like, give me a minute. But I'll send that picture when I get that logged in. And so this is something that I'll note because like I said, I'm not too creative with the in-depth face creation because I
Yeah.
don't usually do it. Because I usually like my characters,
Yeah.
cladded in armor head to toe. But so I had a little help from this one with YouTube. I used it as a baseline and then went and did some extra customization on my own. But it's definitely like the best like custom face I've made on a CAC character in like my gaming career, honestly. And like the fact that it had enough detail in there to make me want to put in that time and do it,
yeah.
it sure means something, right?
Okay, I see it right now.
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma. Oh shit. To character creator in store, so I can just create my character here, and then it'll transfer over.
And to transfer over, so you don't have to do it on release day. You can just get straight into playing. Because people
Oh,
spend
that's smart
hours
as
creating their
fuck.
character on release day. So like this will, circumvent
Alleviate
that.
that.
Mhm.
Hell yeah! Let me add this to my library real quick. So I'm gonna need to do that because I'm pretty sure I'm picking it up first day. Damn. Oh god, this dude looks exactly. Oh, you know the dude from Vikings. Oh, they made him. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, what people do is crazy.
How the fuck is it this in depth though? Oh, they made Omni Man.
Bro, look at them, bro. I've seen everything, but you'll find everything. It's so great because it's one of those features that leans on the creativity of players, and players do not disappoint.
No, they not. Look, they made fucking what's the that little scary dude in Texas? Not Texas, but what's his
Yeah,
name? With the face
one
dude?
in
Ghostface? Is that no? Not Ghostface.
Ghostface?
Oh, this is Michael Myers. This is Michael Myers. Okay, they made
Oh.
Michael Myers. Oh, and they got fucking it. Damn, dude, he wasn't lying. Wait a minute. It's gonna be a whole bunch of
I just
YouTube
sent you
videos on how to do this now. Kratos.
Yeah, I just sent you my pawn. Yeah, I seen a couple Kratoses
Let's see which one you sent it
in the Kage. Yeah.
Oh shit! Is that? Ooh. How long did it take you to do that?
Not too long. Like I said, I helped use a video for a template, and then like I went from there. It's just all sliders and stuff.
Okay. Oh, Johnny Silverhand. Okay. Fucking with it. Bro, that is like on point. Like you would think this is a mod or something.
You think it's like a photo?
Yeah, what the fuck? How the fuck? It is. Oh, Mike Tyson. Nice. So you can literally, these are the pawns that's created, right? And so people can use your pawns, or they can summon your pawns.
The character you play as,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have two main. Your party will be of 4 people. I think you'll always be in a party of 4.
Okay.
So that party of 4 will consist of your Arisen, who is your character, right?
Mhm.
Your pawn, which is the one you make here, and then 2 other player pawns. So yeah, you'll always be using other people's pawns, and your pawn can also be used, right?
Oh.
And they share knowledge too. So like if you've done a quest that another person hasn't, when your pawn's there, your pawn can clue them in on how to get there and what to do, and vice versa. If your pawn goes on a quest with somebody else that you haven't done, when you get to that point in your world, your pawn could be like, hey, something over here, like something I've seen something over here or something, you know?
But all that's gonna be AI driven.
Yeah, no player to player co-op, no.
Interesting. I'm wondering how this is gonna play out. Have you seen much of the gameplay?
Yeah, they released like a little bit of gameplay last week ish. There's been snippets of gameplay before that as well. I don't know exactly how it works, because like I said, I haven't played the first one, so I don't know like controls and feel and all that.
Right.
But you can definitely, if you're interested, go on YouTube and look up some gameplay. There's like a couple hours worth of footage.
Okay. Definitely. How's the action in it, like the combat system?
So obviously the way you combat things will be highly dependent on your class, right? If you're a fighter, you're gonna be up front. If you're a mage, you're probably be in the back casting spells, incantations. Thieves are fast and more agile and good at climbing. Archer. And then there are some supporters classes like the Trickster Vocation, which is something that relies on buffing and debuffing enemies and like actually illusions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it looks like the combat's going to be very diverse and basically just whatever you kind of style play you want based on the vocations and what they grant you.
Is this turn based?
No.
Okay.
No. So it's open world. Like you're out here doing things. Like one of the cool things I've seen about it is there's this climbing mechanic. So if there are huge enemies like trolls and such, you can climb onto them and mantle onto like their face, stab them in the eye or something, bring them down, like some cool like that. So
mantle onto griffins, they can fly you back to their nest.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Rain, you picking this up too?
I'm on the fence about it. I got a coworker that's trying to convince me to.
What are you picking up next? Like what game you got on your eye?
PC wise, Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Okay, nice.
'Cause I haven't played it on PlayStation or Ghost of Tsushima, not 2. I don't know what.
Nice. Okay.
But,
Oh, because you haven't played it yet, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, you'll like that. That's a good ass game.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's see. So I guess I kind of want to start it now though. As far as like that character creation, that looks like that's really in depth. That's crazy. Like some of these must have took hours. That's insane.
Right, you gotta think about the fact of them figuring this shit out first.
Yeah, like that's
crazy.
That's wild, dude. It's gonna be hella YouTube tutorials on it too. How to make this character, how to make this character.
Yeah, everywhere. And like once again, just to say it twice, releasing this before the actual game, so you can just hop straight into it release day. Great.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, if this game
I'd love to be a standard.
If it if it doesn't flop, is Lord Farquaad.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what the hell? Yeah, it's definitely probably gonna be a contender for Game of the Year if it doesn't take it. Because honestly, what else is even coming out after this month that's really looking good?
What are you looking for? Full release expansions, or are you looking for DLCs?
Are you talking about Destiny?
You know what I mean?
Destiny, yeah, it could do it.
You know,
it could do it. You think it's gonna bring the heat like that though?
They need to. Their studio's writing on it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
Exactly. So don't fold.
Their 10-year story.
And if they fold,
they done fold. You know what I mean?
Fold them up like a shirt.
Yes, sir. Was laundry.
No. Okay, wait. What? Okay, so if Destiny succeeds on this DLC, like, what's the future of Bungie looking like?
Sony.
Sony?
Yeah.
They gonna buy them?
They already own them.
Oh shit! Yeah. Since when? I didn't know.
Sony last year.
Oh.
Or year before that, like 2022. 2022.
So will we get a new IP or will we get more Destiny? Like a third?
Oh well, they said they would be firing everybody out of Bungie, so I don't think it would be a new IP. They would be doing Destiny their way.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Putting their own execs in place and things like that. Because Bungie had already had plans for a new IP, which is like a marathon. But yeah.
Oh, so clean house. Damn.
Yeah. So if this flops, Bungie won't get that new IP. And yeah, they won't have jobs. So you know what I mean?
Damn.
They gotta make it.
They gotta make it. And when is the release?
June.
June.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm dead.
Oh shit. And so what's this expansion? Like, is it just like a whole new storyline? Like, what is this? I'm not into Destiny like that.
No, it's the end of this storyline.
Also, it's the conclusion.
Yeah, so like basically this is the end game. The end game of Destiny.
Yep.
Quite literally. The phase. Well, it's the end of the entire. Yeah, damn. Destiny's been a thing for 10 years.
Yeah,
That's
it's just-
so
yeah.
crazy to think
Mhm.
about. I'm definitely gonna come back for it because I love Destiny 1. It was my first PS4 game, and like I know I don't hop on Destiny 2 like that, but Destiny was my shit at one point in time, so I'll be there for the end.
I need to get back on it because they got that hoverboard or whatever from Back to the Future. So I
Word.
Wait,
definitely want to get that before it's out. It's
How
gone.
how long would it take you to beat Destiny, like story wise, from the first to the end?
The thing about that is it's impossible. They
Yeah.
remove content, Bucko. You can't do that no more.
A lot of that stuff's like, a lot of
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like summarized now.
That's
Uh,
like
Format
one of the
that they do.
negatives about Destiny and like why it's hard for completely new players to get into it. They
Mhm.
just be so lost.
Yeah, because that was me. Like, I was really heavy into Warframe back in the day, and then like once I got out of touch with it, it was just very hard for me to come back to it because there was just so much content that I just missed out on. So much story to it. I feel like Destiny's that same way for me.
Could be.
Damn, because yeah, that shit's been out for a grip. 10 years is a lot of content. That's ooh. Okay, well, the end game for Destiny then. All right, we'll see. What else? But what else? What else do y'all think could be on the list for Game of the Year towards the end?
Mm.
I might have to look at the list.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I never really have guesses this early, man. Like I don't even know everything that's probably even announced or it's gonna be out. You know, because there's always sleepers.
I mean, usually when they got a line, like a whole line, like last year,
yeah.
it was pretty easy to kind of tell what was going to get it.
But that's what I'm saying though. There's not a lot coming out this year, especially
Exactly.
towards the end.
That's it. Like we're hearing of it like maybe a few months beforehand about a game that's being released. Like I wasn't even aware of Rise of the Ronin until like this month.
Yeah, I mean, like right now we're pretty top heavy. We got Rise of Ronin, we got Dragon's Dogma, we got Helldivers 2, obviously Final Fantasy 7, the rebirths dropping this year. You got the Destiny DLC dropping. A lot of the titles still aren't. Oh, Silent Hill 2 remake. I didn't know they was remaking Silent Hill 2.
I know everybody's saying Rebirth's really good. A lot of
But everybody
positivity
loves
about
Yeah,
it.
Final
but
Fantasy.
yeah, the
I might
Final
just be
Fantasy crowd's
biased,
gonna
bro.
say that though.
Like Cloud gonna sell because he Cloud. You know what I mean? And also Tifa and them. Like like I don't know. That's why they keep remaking 7. The money maker.
How many
Yeah, I
times
tried
has shit
7
been
to put me to
remade?
sleep.
Ew. Let's see,
What'd you say?
No, I was just saying that 7 put me to sleep. I couldn't.
Damn.
I tried giving it a chance.
You don't like the movie, the show that you ain't never seen a single iteration of 7 you liked? That's a shame.
I tried to play it. I tried to play the
Oh.
game. I got like 2 hours in and it just wasn't fun.
I didn't play it. I know Cheeto played it, and I think he really enjoyed it. Like he was kind of like lost in that for a while, but I can't say from personal experience. Don't even know what type of game it is for real. For real.
I'm really messing with the Hellblade series. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I know it's not gonna go far, the second one, because it's just like that's gonna take a niche audience. But like, as I'm playing the first one, this shit's really trippy, and it's really making my brain work, and I like it. I think I don't know. I just like it, bro. Like I hate puzzles, and I'm actually engaged with these puzzles, so that should say something. But
Shit is down to 22.
Are you sure you hate puzzles? Because
I hate puzzles.
some games just interject puzzles badly
Like-
and makes you
like
hate
Ragnarok.
them. But like I feel like a good I feel like they do puzzles well, you'll like doing it. Like
This is the wrong
no
one.
examples come straight to my head, right? But there are some games that do puzzles really well and makes them like actually fun segments as long as they don't overdo them. You know what I mean?
Alan Wake does it well. Alan Wake does it well.
It Takes Two does it amazing.
I'm trying to get to the dad.
I haven't played It Takes Two, but I'm not gonna doubt that. Star Wars does it well.
Passed out.
What else? That game that came out 2 years ago. With the rats.
The Rat. A Tale of Plague Tale.
Yes, they do it very well.
Cuphead?
Yeah. Cuphead. Really? Well, I mean,
Cuphead, really?
kind of. I guess if you consider
Cuphead's
boss
just puzzles.
puzzles.
Saying shit.
If you consider a boss of puzzles. Yeah, but good puzzles are kind of always welcome because
Yeah.
like they're just nice little breaks in between the bits of action. Like it helps with the pacing. But some games just do them badly because they're like, oh, puzzles got to be in everything. Like for me, my thing with
Ragnarok.
that isn't necessarily puzzles, but jumping sessions. Like what do you call them? Like mantling
Platformers.
sessions? Yeah, platformers. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, I hate a game that interjects it just because it fucking can and it does it badly. And I'm sitting there doing this boring ass jumping puzzle over it. It's just
Oh, what game was I playing? I was playing Control, bro. Oh my god, Control integrated that, and that was just so annoying. Like it's just filler. I don't like when games do that. They'll put like all these. They'll try and put like a platform in
trying to
there.
pad game hours,
Yeah,
you know,
it's annoying. I'm like, yo, just it's okay to have a short game. I feel like that's
You
something
wanna
we need to
say-
talk about. Like, it's okay to have a short game if the content is great. Like, there's no point of trying to drag out a game, 20 plus hours just because you're trying to fill in some content. Like, it's okay to have a short game. I'm completely fine with that as long as it's engaging. And
That nigga climbed up the ladder after you, bro.
like, I don't know. That was, I hate to bring up Ragnarok again, but like I feel like that really took away my attention on that game because they just
What
did too
puzzles
much
in
dragging.
Ragnarok?
What puzzles in Ragnarok?
Like you're talking about the puzzles still, right?
Oh yeah, the puzzles and how they drag. Well, puzzles and some of the story, they were just kind of dragging it. Like with some of the missions with Loki was just like, okay, we dragging it. Like I shouldn't have been. Remember that one chapter where you were sitting with that old giant, that little big ass lady, whatever, and you was just in her world, and you was
Oh,
just
yeah.
that was a
You-
drag. That was
Oh yeah, no
unnecessary.
one liked that part.
No, that was so unnecessary, so irrelevant to the plot. I'm just like, why are we playing this? And that was an extra 2.5, 3 hours of just padding onto the game. I'm just like, why are we here? Why are we sitting here? And then the puzzles make no sense. It's just like, oh, okay, Kratos, you need to hit this, and then and then you got what's the head name?
Oh, Mir.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
yo,
over this way.
and it was so annoying. Like he's so impatient. Like you take like 2 minutes, and he's like
Oh, yeah,
giving you a
he's like,
hint.
hey, brother, remember you can use your shield. Shut the fuck up,
Like,
bro.
shut
I
the
just got
fuck
hit.
up.
Come on now. You expect me to not get hit? I didn't know I was doing a flawless run, bro.
Like, let me
My
play
bad.
this game, man. Shut up. Damn. And it was just like the obstacles just made no sense. Like you'll be just moving through the story, then bam, a puzzle wall. And it's like, why? Why is this here? Why is this fucking
I don't
here?
understand because, like, at the same time, I think they'd rather overdo it than underdo it because you'd rather a player be annoyed by how much you explain things to them than be completely lost because then they're just not gonna play.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, as far as
You know, because like that was what I learned. Okay, so like, because last night I couldn't really sleep. I woke up out of my sleep, so I watched this hour-long Destiny 2 video about a guy.
damn.
Y'all would probably be able to name the YouTuber because it had a couple 100,000 views, but I don't remember it.
Ray Keck is here. No, it's
I
not.
don't think I remember that one. But it was a video about how it is being a new player in whatchamacallit, in Destiny 2. Like, what's it like for a completely new player to hop onto Destiny 2 in today's time, right? So he had his friend who never played Destiny for all these past 9+ years and hop on and create a new light with him and start the game with him. And like he would let him lead, and he would just never show him what to do or anything. He'd let him lead and see how the experience was for somebody legit coming in here on the first time. And Destiny 2, because like its long standing like community and all that, and like how it's removed a lot of previous segments of the game to make room for like what it is now, like someone hopping into that now is so lost. Like, and like a lot of the UI and like tutorials are just like not good enough to make up for it. Like, so I understand why developers would like, because you have to avoid that at all costs, because then they're just not going to play. There were so many comments echoing like, yeah, I played for like 2 hours and uninstalled because I was lost, or damn, I didn't know that was a thing. Like personally, something I learned from watching that video, mind you, I've been playing Destiny for years, even though I'm not consistent with it now. I didn't know that you could turn public events into heroic public events on purpose by shooting those things. I had no fucking clue that was a thing, bro. And I've been playing shit for years, and like plenty of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could turn them into heroic events on purpose. I thought you just had to be lucky and get a heroic event. So like, it just goes to show that there are plenty of things like that that can go unnoticed if, like, you know, the game doesn't explain it too well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but with games like, I mean, with smaller storylines like God of
Mm.
War, it's very linear. So it's not like
Yeah.
you're not stepping into God of War, a game like that, or a game like Spider Man, and just getting lost. Like you know the objective, you got waypoints. You're gonna figure it out. There's not much in those games that are really challenging you to the point where you're like, okay, I'm very confused. Like I said, you don't need those aren't games where you need to like go on YouTube and look up something. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean. I get your point on more established, complicated games, but with something like that, that's just
Yeah.
if you can't figure that out, you probably don't need to be playing video games on like that. Or you just need to get good. Like that's
Oh,
just
man.
that.
Not a
Man,
skill issue.
I mean, yeah, I mean, shit.
anything but that.
That's a brain issue.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, speaking of like skill issue and stuff like that, like just so we can bring up something a little more controversial, where it might not be controversial, I might agree with me, right? This is in terms of like with Overwatch, right, and how they're doing things. Do you think, like, what do you think is the fine balance between making a game accessible, having like easy access characters, you know, like things like Mora or
Mhm.
I can't. If you guys give me other games, maybe I'll be able to give examples of like just easy access, basically low skill floor items, weapons, characters, so that people have an easy way into the game. How strong do you think those characters, those items should be like in a baseline? You know what I mean? Like how much should we balance easy access versus skill ceiling? You feel
Well,
me?
it brings back to what you were saying though, like a couple weeks ago. But like the thing with Overwatch, why they do that is because, like you said, it brings in an extensive player base. Like nobody really wants to come into a game and think too hard. Like look at Smite, right? If you're not into MOBAs, that game is not very enticing to you. You're not just gonna step in there and just have fun because you're not gonna understand the game. So games like Overwatch, I get why they do it. It's annoying to us, but I get why they do it because they want the players to have the simplest time and just be able to hop in a game and play the character. And so I do notice like these new characters that are coming into Overwatch are very easy to play. And I think that's why I have a hard time playing other heroes because the heroes that were in Overwatch 1, they take a lot more skill to play than like characters like Kiriko or like Lifeweaver or who else is new? Sojourn, you know what I'm
Maga.
saying? Maga, just fucking tank it, shoot, set people on fire.
He's strong again, bro. That boy is
He's
metal
strong again?
Yeah, they
Oh
buffed
no,
him.
no.
Mid-season patch.
Of course. I mean, like you said, they literally debuff somebody for like half a season and buff them right back up. But the thing is with Overwatch, like it's just these ever since I started playing, all these characters have been super easy. And that's why I hug a lot of the new characters because it's just easiest for me to play with versus the Overwatch 1 characters. I've noticed it's like I have a more difficult time learning them and grasping those characters and their skill set and how they move versus these easy ones. And I think that's all just because they just want more and more players to come through. They just, want to push out whatever's the easiest to get a broader audience. And I mean, am I for it? I don't know. I really don't know if I'm for it only because it makes the game very annoying because then people just use the same characters and then it's like, So I don't know. Like look at the Mercy group, right? Every game I go into, I think I can probably count on like all my fingers and toes how many times I've been in the game where I have never seen a Mercy. That is so annoying.
It is.
Or it's like,
It is.
or it's almost the same thing with Kiriko. Like those are like the go-to Kiriko, Mercy, and Mora. Those are like the go-to supports. And it's like I would like to play a game with more diversity than just going up against the same heroes here after and over and over. And then there's this toxic combinations. Like I hate the Pharah and I hate the Pharah and Mercy combo. Like Pharmacy is so fucking annoying, and I hate that Blizzard doesn't do shit about stuff like that. It's I don't know. That's what bothers me.
That kind of leads into like another question I had. It's very similar, and this is ties back to something of what we were talking about before you came back. You were confused about, right? Mm-hmm. So like I'm starting to have this stance where I believe like if gaming is your first hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
If gaming is your primary way of entertaining yourself when you have free time, I don't think you have an excuse to really be bad at something it's something that you have passion in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't if you're passionate about something, you're gonna want to be good at it. You're gonna want to put time in it. You're gonna want to discover things about it, right?
Yeah.
So like I understand not being good at every video game you play. If you have a wide repertoire of games, or you just simply can't spend too many hours gaming because you're too busy, you work 12-hour shifts, something like that, or you have a family.
Mhm.
I understand, right? But just in general, if you are a gamer, right? I'm not saying you have to be like uber competitive or uber good at everything you do, but I think being resistant to like change and being resistant to like wanting to be better, wanting to put in more effort in exchange for like a relaxing time is like kind of like a cop out, right? Because like, for example, if I had a friend who said he was just into basketball, right? That's his thing.
Mhm.
Basketball is his thing. But every time we go out to hoop, he's walking on the court. His heart's not in it, bro. I'm like, bro, are you sure? You know, like, are you sure this is your thing?
Yeah.
Because it's like there's no other hobby in this world that I can think of personally where someone can do it for years, still be bad at it, and you encourage them to continue. I can't think of that for anything else, bro. What other hobby can people do that much of, be bad at it, and you be like, oh yeah, keep going?
But I think that's just drive though. Like a lot of people are just bums, man. Like if you really think about the human population and how people think, they're just bums, bro.
Damn.
No, it's a fact though. Like a lot of people just don't care to try at anything. Like they'll put, I kind of agree with that because it's like, why put so much time and energy into something and just like half-ass it?
Right?
Like that's a waste of time to me. Like if I'm gonna play something, and I get one could make the argument though that like, okay, well if I'm not getting paid for this, then what's the point of me, you know, really going super try hard? But then it's like, but you put so much time into it, so you can also counter argue that like, why are you putting so much time into it if you're not getting paid for it? You know, so it's like if you at least gonna invest your time into something, you should at least try to understand whatever you're playing or whatever, and try to get, you know, as good as you can at least. You know, I mean, but some people at the end of the day though are just bad at video games. Like no matter how much time they put into it, I've seen people that are just like bad at video games. But I don't know. It can go both ways. Me personally, like me personally, I'm competitive. I'm not as competitive as I used to be in video games, just because it's just I've come to the conclusion that I'm like, okay, well, I'm not about to play these games for pro, and I do personally like having fun playing video games. Like I preference having fun over anything because I'm like, well, this is my time to relax. And yes, we get into some heated sessions, like especially if we're playing Overwatch. But it's like at the end of the day, I do want to have fun. I do want to joke around with my friends. I want to have a good time. And so I've shied away from all that competitive stuff, but at the same time, it's still in my nature to want to win. Like obviously I get fucking frustrated if we lose three games in a row. I'm like, okay, I like this shit's pissing me off.
It is frustrating.
But it's so addicting. It's like, okay, maybe the next one will win and we fucking lose. Or maybe the next one will win, we fucking lose. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking annoying. And so, but I don't know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you know,
I'm gonna think on that because that's actually a good question.
You know, because like I don't think that, like I totally believe you now. You're right. A lot of people are bums, and that's why. But like, especially with the like, I'm glad you brought up winning and losing, right? Because someone will say they're not competitive or they just want to have fun, but they care so much about winning, and you can tell in the way they play, right? And Overwatch is a prime example for me, right? Like, if you don't care about winning, if you're not sweating it, why are you counter swapping?
Yep. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, right? You know, and so like I know that's a very niche and specific situation, but it's something that I feel like happens in a lot of games. Like in Call of Duty, if someone's using a really good gun, right, you may complain about it, but then but why do you have a class of that same gun if you really hate that shit? No, you're using it too. You're part of the same crowd.
That's
you know
the part of the problem. Exactly. Yeah.
Part of the problem. And it's like that's one of the things like so like, you know, I think it's a thing of social media, right? Because back in the day we had tryhards. Now we have tryhards and sweats. And it's a very different thing in my mind. I don't think people know the difference, right? Like a tryhard, like in my opinion, everybody, damn near all gamers are tryhards nowadays, right? Back 10 years ago, it was more rare to be a tryhard. I've been tryhard all my life, so I fucking know. But everyone's tryhard today, and I can tell the fucking difference, right? And what I consider a tryhard is like you want to win, so you always try your best to win, which is the majority of gamers. This doesn't mean you're gonna pull out all the stops, but you're not gonna throw, you're not gonna joke, you're gonna try to play to win, right? Sweats. Now, I think sweats are kind of problematic depending on what game it is. But the difference is, I think a sweat, while a tryhard wants to win and will do their best, a sweat's going to employ every single thing they can in order to win. So, like, while a tryhard is going to play their best hero in Overwatch, for example, right? But a sweat is going to play the hard counter to the enemy.
Yeah.
That's the difference, right? A sweat is going to use everything they can to win and come out on top. A tryhard just does what they do and they love, but they do it really good. Right, so like they're a really good sniper because they love the snipe. That's why he quit. That's why he's scoping the shit out of you. That's what he loves to do. He's a tryhard, but he's not a sweat because if he wanted to, he could swap to a shotgun because it's a close range map.
Yeah,
and it's something we don't think about because I think a lot more people are sweats, but the difference is you can be sweaty but still not be good, and that's why people don't catch it because they're sweats but they still aren't winning because they're not good. Because it takes more than just cheese to win sometimes in games, right?
Yeah. And another thing,
people just can't admit that.
Yeah, and another thing, like this conversation can branch out, right? Because one thing I do want to cover too is like when do you take it too far? Because like I know we have different opinions on when is the time to quit. Because like a good example of that is Smite, right? Smite naturally, for all you who don't know, like Smite is a MOBA. And those games tend to go 30 minutes minimum. Like one game could take you I think max game I've played was 2 hours of a Smite game. Like those are very time invested games, especially in like one quote unquote game of a multiplayer match. And so the thing is though, with me, and I'm not too much like this anymore. But the question I got is, when is the right time to quit? Because I've been in plenty of games where we've been down. And the team has managed to make a tremendous comeback and we win. And I reference MOBAs because this is something that, like, whenever it happened in a MOBA for me, it's just very satisfying because you're putting a lot of brain power into these games and you're putting a lot of strategy, a lot of communication into your team, and it's just a lot of teamwork. So when you have those moments where you're down bad in the game, like you've been getting shit on early game, been getting shit on mid game, and it's looking like an F7, but you don't. It's like, and you come back and win, it may take an extra 15, 20, 30 minutes, but like, do you think that's a toxic mentality to have, or should you just call it a quits? Like, is the time invested worth the win, or would you rather put that time towards starting up a new game? Like, I know you would rather put that time to start up a new game, but I do think that satisfaction is worthwhile, in my opinion, of just sticking it through and actually like trying to go for the comeback. Just off that competitive conversation we were talking about.
I think it depends. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm playing competitive or ranked, then of course I'm gonna stick it out. You gotta be a bitch to leave a ranked game, right? Mm-hmm. But if it's casuals, something like the reason I do it for Smite, it's like you said, Smite's a commitment, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about Smite, there are certain like you can attest for this, right? Because you play it a lot. There are certain snowbally gods and snowbally comps.
Yeah.
And so when that kind of thing happens, you can just tell, okay, this is the way this match is gonna go.
Yeah.
And you can read the flow of the match based on like who's getting kills, which one of your teammates is always dying, if anyone's like tilting and complaining. And when it comes to that kind of things in a casual game of Smite, I'd much rather just reset and go for a new one.
Yeah.
Because I'm not there for, if it's not comp, I'm not there for that reason. I don't need to win. And playing Smite the right way when you're down is miserable. It means instead of actually battling your lane out with the minions, you have to play close to the tower because if you overextend, you're gonna die. It means that as a jungle, instead of going for ganks like you want to, you have to stay back and farm and play it safe because you're not caught up with the jungler. It means that as the duo, you have to be careful because that assassin's gonna be there. Like, it's just playing in a very like competitive environment with a non-competitive team or mindset in games like, especially like Smite, that takes, like you said, a lot of coordination and brain power and shit. Mm-hmm. It's just not fun, right? It's like you can be doing something the right way, but it's just the right way can be just feel awful to play, right? And if it's not ranked, I just don't care to go through that mess, really.
And I feel that. I think what makes it
on the game too. Like another thing to go against my own opinion, right? In DBD, I can't quit even though I'm having a terrible time, but in DBD there is no ranked mode. There's just the one. So like it's like, oh, you can't really leave this even if you're having a terrible time because like then you're really just leaving your teammates to a fade and like it's just, you have to treat this serious because it's the one mode. But I think when they separate it and they have ranked, then casual's there for a reason. So casual should be more lax in terms of players leaving and stuff like that.
So do you think it should be less of a punishment for players leaving in casual, or no punishment at all?
Yeah, because you could just surrender.
Okay. What about for games like Overwatch 2?
Yeah, because then you can just leave.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Right, because like people imagine, because when people say complain about levers, it's just like, bro, it's not like people just randomly decide 2 minutes in the match you're winning the game, you're winning the team fight. Oh man, never mind, I'm leaving this bitch and leave. That's not how it works. If someone left the game, it's probably because they were having an awful fucking time.
Yeah.
And if your teammate was having an awful fucking time, either you weren't being a good teammate to them, or you're having an awful fucking time too. It's just you're willing to stick it out, which that's your thing. But like, if it's quick play and they're just trying to have fun, why should they have to stick it out, right? And if you have an epidemic of players leaving matches because there's no penalty, then that shows there's a problem at the foundation of the game or the gameplay, not with
That's
the
true.
players. It's not the player base. If the players are all leaving your games, it's not the player base, it's the game. You know?
Yeah.
So I just feel like they should be more like, it's quick play, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's go back to me and Rain. We're talking about this, bro. Everything's sweaty nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
You can't
That's,
chill in
yeah.
game. You can't, and it's because of skill-based matchmaking.
It's so
Skill-based
toxic.
matchmaking is fucking everywhere now. So you can't chill because you have to assume at all times everyone in the lobby is as good as you,
Yeah.
right?
Which is so stressful because like it brings me back to my point. I am not these days trying to play a game and have it feel like I'm playing ranked, especially in a quick play environment.
Right.
I'm there to have fun, and it is not. I don't care who you're talking to. It is not fun to lose. Like I fucking hate losing.
Right, I don't understand how people can lose. I don't see how people can say they lose to have fun. Like, nah,
Like,
bro.
no.
One, okay, but like losing a bunch in a row, like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way you're having fun. That's
It's
got
not.
that
And
must be the drive in me. That's one reason I can't understand.
yeah, because I
you know?
fucking hate losing. It's just losing feels like a waste of time to me. So
Awful, bro.
So it's
That's why I
like-
quit playing football. My school was ass, and I was done. I don't know that no more.
Hey, and then okay, I want to touch on this too. Okay, leaving works in games like Overwatch only because you can have another random player join. But tying it back to Smite, I think that's my biggest problem with that community because you'll be literally going through, and you've seen this plenty of times, and that's why we fucking stopped playing this game. You'll be in a game, the first 5 minutes, the solo laner is getting his ass busted, so he's down 0-3, and then that's it. Like, he's already, in his mind, he's already given up. He's already blaming other teammates. He's like, I can't get a gank from the jungler. I can't, no one's holding me down. And it's like, motherfucker, you're a solo laner. Or it's the same shit on the duo side. Duo's getting their ass whooped, and they're like, they're blaming somebody. And everybody's in this mindset of like, okay, well, I'm doing bad, so it must be somebody else's fault. So now I'm going to sabotage the game. I'm going to leave, or I'm going to sit in my tower, or I'm going to sit in my base, and I'm going to just, instead of playing the game, they do this in Overwatch too. Instead of playing the game, they're sitting there typing into each other, and it's like, shut the fuck up and just play the game. Like, zone in, lock in. We can do this, and it's always usually early on, and that's what bothers me. And I think that was my biggest turnoff towards my late years of playing Smite, because I'm like, I just don't want to deal with this. Like, people have a different mindset than me. They're not here to really play the game. They're not here to win. They're just here to bitch, moan, and complain when something doesn't go their way. And I'm like, dude, it's a video game. It's a multiplayer game. Like, nothing's gonna go perfect. Just learn from it, lock in, and play the game. Like, you don't have to bitch and complain and quit just and act like a crybaby. And that's the problem. Too many players are crybabies. When they're not winning all the time, they're crying, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, at the end of the day, it is the game. And so I don't know, that's just my biggest gripe on games like that. And it just sabotages your experience, because it's like, now that this dude's having a bad day, I gotta be fucked over for it instead of him trying to be mature about it and going about this game. But games like Overwatch, I feel like, you know, it's a little bit better, because if you do get a player acting like that, they can leave, and then another, like, Overwatch is very quick with the turnaround. So another player will already be in your game within like 15 seconds. So it's not the worst, you know, but some games, they don't have that luxury. So it's more impactful on games without that luxury of another player joining.
And like I said, that's why I think it depends on the game. Like, if the game is built in a way that, like, to where it truly fucks over your teammates when you're leaving, then yeah, you should get punished. But in something like most modern, like, well, at least Overwatch's case, like you said, someone turnover rate's great. You'll get somebody within like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So I don't think it should be a big deal when it comes to that type of thing. But I totally agree with you in that sentiment. And I'm not that type of leaver. Like, something I've always said, I would much rather be the worst player on my team than the best, just because, like, there's more to learn.
Yeah.
And also, if you're the worst player on your team, then it's really up to you, right? Because if you just play better enough to not throw, your team's gonna win. Promise you, right? So like, in cases where I'm getting shit on, but my team's doing okay, I stick those out because I feel like my team can, like, you know, whatever I'm eating, my team is like, whatever I'm taking, my team has freedom to like, do their roles elsewhere, right? Like if
Right.
I'm getting ganked, that means their lane's being pushed,
Yeah.
And that's something that I know and that I will, I'll sacrifice for the team, right?
Yeah.
So those type of players, yeah, I definitely agree are kind of lame. But at the same time, I also understand that once again, this is a Smite specific thing.
Yeah.
If the game's 30 minutes long, do you really want to sit there and get shit on for 30 minutes?
Hell no. This
I
is
can
awful.
understand that, right? So that's why I say there should be no leavers penalties in casuals, and we should treat casuals. We should just have a different mindset for casuals altogether, right?
Mhm.
Like I understand, like some games even keeping skill-based matchmaking, something like Smite, for example, right? You don't want to get a newbie in your Smite game and the enemy team has a fucking plat or diamond player.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's terrible, right? So I understand why certain games that are very unique and niche and take time to learn and play have skill-based matchmaking, but in FPS in 2024 with
No,
skill-based
It's
matchmaking,
not needed.
is that
It's not
necessary?
needed, especially with
Like
the
we
millions of
haven't been
players.
pointing
Yeah,
and shooting for like 20 plus years.
yeah, it's not. No,
It's not necessary. And that's what promotes the sweatiness, because like I said, everyone knows, oh, these are all good players.
Yeah, it's not necessary
Or
at all.
yeah.
I mean, keep it in ranked. They can pull that shit from quick play. It's not necessary. It's just not a good time. It's not fun. I don't like every game feeling like a ranked game. It's very annoying. There was something else I wanted to cover. I forgot it was related to that. But I don't know. Just but multiplayer is different these days too. Like I don't know. Maybe it was because I was a kid and I have a different perspective now that I'm an adult. But multiplayer games were just fun back in the day. Like I remember having a good I can't even have a good time on Call of Duty anymore. Like Call of Duty was just fun back when I was a kid. Playing Black Ops 2, Black Ops, original Modern Warfares, War at War. I don't know. Everything just feels what's the word? Like everything feels like it's just out of touch these days, and there's like some type of agenda behind everything. There's no originality in anything anymore. There's no care to the craft. I don't know,
Well,
this is
in terms of like originality and everybody sweating and trying hard, I think that's a result of content creation,
Yeah.
right? Because like, one of the most popular like areas of content creation in video games are loadouts, best loadouts, how-tos, guides,
Yep.
OP builds, all that. People love that shit,
And everybody's looking at it, looking forward.
Everybody
Which,
looking for it,
fine.
everybody looks for it, everybody loves it. And it just promotes other people to do the same,
Yeah.
Because now there's no figuring it out. Now everyone just knows. So you
Yeah.
might as well use the knowledge because the next guy is.
But then
So
it
get a
becomes
bit more
something
fun,
linear
yeah.
though. Then it becomes something where like okay.
Yeah. I mean, but in that case, it goes back to that quote I love. It is the developer's job. Well, players will optimize the fun out of a game if given a chance. It's a developer's job to stop them from doing so, right? So it's the dev's job. In that case, it's a balance issue. It's the dev's job to stop that from happening. If there's one OP mega weapon in the game that's dominating everything else, it's up to the devs to put a stop to that,
Mhm.
not the player base to stop using the weapon completely. Because what if because there's probably someone who just genuinely loves that weapon, that hero, and it just so happens that it's really OP.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
It's
had
not
this one.
necessarily their fault.
This is the Colossus Sword you're talking about. This is what I
Yeah.
did in Dark Souls 2.
Are y'all in
Oh,
Elden
he's
Ring
so-
together?
Yeah.
Nice.
Seamless
It's called a
co-op.
lantern. I need it.
How have y'all been feeling about Helldivers?
I haven't played it with any of y'all.
It's pretty good outside of the whole like not being able to add each other thing, which hopefully
What
we
you
get
mean?
over soon. Oh, so like there's this like little disconnect between PlayStation and PC that like causes friend requests to not really work. Like I ran into it with y'all, I ran into it with Rain here, and it's like why we weren't able to play together that one time. And you can still kind of work around it, but it's through player means of like, okay, let's go to this abandoned planet, and both like I'm gonna open up this mission, you look for me, I'm gonna throw an SOS beacon, and it's just a lot that like I wish I really wouldn't have to do.
Huh. I haven't experienced that with you at least. Like I've been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were the one PC guy that works for me, but it could be because your thing was linked, so I already had you added as a friend beforehand. We didn't
Yeah.
have to add each other.
Yeah, that's true. It's linked to my PlayStation. Ah, okay. I see
My
what
shit
you
is
mean.
definitely linked to my PlayStation thing. At least
Yeah,
most.
but it didn't work with him too, which is weird.
That is weird. Maybe they'll fix that soon. Has that been a problem since launch?
I don't think so.
Are
I'm
they
not entirely too
Are they
sure.
gonna bring it to Xbox?
That's a question. That is a question.
I feel like they should. It'll make so much money. Like,
Hey man,
I don't understand
console
why would
wars.
you miss out on a bag for a damn ego? Like,
I think some of them
stupid.
are like just exclusive deals. Like Sony has a deal with them.
Yeah, I mean,
They
obviously, it's
automatically
deals
have a deal with
involved in
them.
it, but like, I mean, for the developers of the game, though, that's a fucking bag, man. Like,
It's not up to them though.
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it's up to Sony, bro. That's why he said what he just said. But yeah, it's not up to the developer because they don't publish the video game. It's up to the publisher. Sony's the publisher. Arrowhead developed the game, but they can't completely distribute the game how they want to.
Contracts.
There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of business.
Yeah, you're right.
Money over everything. Fuck customer satisfaction.
It ain't like somebody just gonna buy a PlayStation just to play Helldivers. I mean, that don't seem feasible.
Yeah, but that little kid that's finally gonna get his first console.
Yeah, you're
His
right.
friend told him that Helldivers is fun, so he can't
So
get an Xbox. No
Yeah,
more.
so you
He
can't
gotta
get.
do it brand new.
Yeah, you gotta get a
So if I take this
PlayStation.
trap chest, will it teleport you too?
Yes.
Strike,
I'm
you
trying to
been
kill
quiet
it.
over there, man. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shit, it's like
What's that dude say?
it's it's
Well,
not it's
striker,
unusual
out of
for
luck.
you to not be talking.
It's that liquor.
Yeah. Oh, you drinking?
Is that liquor?
Shit.
No, that shit does got me feeling weird now.
Got me feeling fake.
I was wondering why he ain't pop up with something crazy to say this
But
episode.
it's Striker a little calm today.
Yeah, facts. What's going on?
This ain't Hennessy, my boy. I put you on the rain special.
You put me on 13 reasons, yo. That's what you got me.
Chill.
Oh shit.
Niggas.
Um,
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be dope. I want to get back on there, give Helldivers more of an opportunity, but I was really waiting to play with friends. I guess I can go back to my solo thing. Niggas dodged me the first day. First day, I think I was on there. Niggas was
Yeah,
like,
that was my fault.
You're fake, and then didn't play. And
Oh, my
proceeded.
fault. I didn't. You know what's crazy? I wish I'd have stayed home that day too. Cause I ain't even. It was cold and I was wet, and I was like, ugh. I
Niggas
could've
always
stayed
say
home.
things like that. You see what I'm saying? Like after the fact, niggas. You know, I wish I did do this.
I wish I did stay. I'd have had a good time.
Nah, but I feel that though, because like sometimes it's like, because if you as a gamer, like you're gonna get those hours and you're gonna get to it eventually, right?
Yeah.
So when something comes up outside of that, you're like, okay, let me put a little variety in my schedule. But then when you commit to it and go out and find out the shit is
facts,
lame
facts.
and you had more fun
Facts.
gaming, you're like, man, I made the wrong choice.
Bro, I be
I could
saying
enjoy
that,
my
man.
home for cheaper and all that. Now I'm out here and then I don't want to be, but
But that's why I love gaming, because it's like you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have a good time sitting at home playing a game. It is you know what you're getting into. Like when you do something else outside of that, it's an unknown variable, and I don't like unknown variables. I'm a very routine man. I want to come home. I want to relax. I want to play my game. That's it. And I know what I'm getting into, and it's rewarding to me, yo. Like
Sounds like a lot of hoopla.
I know, right? I know, right?
Oh, makes sense. Yes, Joe Sargent.
Fake. That's all I'm hearing. Fake.
I'm sorry.
F-A-K-E.
That's all right. Hey, we did get into. Oh, well, me and Ray had no problem getting into a game together. And no, you was
I'm
there.
Rain.
I was playing with y'all fat the other day.
Nigga, I'm Rain. Nigga said, me and Rain, you and Razor.
No, it was you.
No, it wasn't.
Well, no, we
not
didn't
that.
play, but that day I called you fake. We got into a lobby together.
Yeah, I know what happened, sir. I'm talking about it. Man.
I do need to give it more play time though. Ramsey loves that game.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Bro.
want to play it with somebody that loves it.
What
Me
the
neither, bro. He be sending me so many videos on it. I'm like, Ramsey, I'm not trying to try hard in this damn. I'm not looking up no YouTube videos on Helldivers, bro. It's not that deep for me. It's not. I ain't got no skin in this game, bro. Look, I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 videos in my DMs from Ramsey about Helldivers. I'm like, bro, god
Oh, yeah,
damn,
you love it.
it ain't that serious. I want to get up there. I want to kill my friends, and I want to have a good time.
I think Helldivers. That's a good chance to talk
Oh my
about how
God.
the gamer like mob mentality. because Helldivers created such a mob mentality when it came out. It's crazy. And we see every once in a while, like remember the whole Grants the Demon situation I talked about, like on that one episode. How that just happened because of a dude team killed in a video game, like team killing something new. You know, the mob mentality is insane. And I think something like that really drives the game's success, right? Like how many players tried out Helldivers because of the hype train? I'm one of them. I'm not even ashamed to admit that.
I definitely did. It was not a game I was going to look at.
It was not.
At all. At all. I solely picked it up just off impulse.
And like it made it easier because it was $40 instead of 70. Yeah, that goes back to that price point. If games know their value, or at least just notice that they're not worth what AAA games charge, it will really increase sales.
Yeah, it was definitely a no-brainer for me. I'm like, 40? I can't lose. Hell yeah, fuck it. 40. It feels less bad buying the game for 40 than 70 plus tax, which almost hit to 80. That hurt. That shit hurt.
You hurt like a motherfucker, bro.
Even with a game I want to play, like when I bought Ronin the other day, I'm like, damn, I really want to play this thing, and it still hurt.
Do I really want to play it?
Do I really want to play it, or do I want to watch it?
Yeah. Yeah, especially when like before the game even comes out, you're gonna see walkthroughs on YouTube. You know, the Rad Brad and all that.
Brad, yeah, holding it down for decades.
Man, holding it down, having the game a week before it come out, bro.
Do you feel like that ties into FOM or FOMA?
It does.
What's that?
Well, I mean, it little bit. Okay, I don't think directly fear of missing out. I don't think directly, but like, cause like it's weird, right? Like for instance, if I want to play a game, but I'm not playing it right away, I know I have to avoid social media at all costs.
100%.
You know,
because it's in your algorithm off rip, because they know you're
they know.
But I think
I have to avoid that shit.
It plays more into, especially like for like I don't know, like us now, we're trying to get into actually reviewing these games, or at least covering them. So fear of missing out definitely be hitting me, because I'm definitely trying to make YouTube videos.
It's for both content creators. I think it hits content creators harder, and multiplayer games harder. Like with single player, you couldn't avoid that. If you diligent enough, you can avoid spoilers and fucking make sure you have a good first experience whenever you grab it. But with multiplayer games, it's like, oh, you're missing the state. Like when a multiplayer game, the most fun you'll ever have
when it first drops,
it releases exactly, because no one knows what they're doing and they're all just having fun. That's the most fun you'll ever have in a multiplayer game. The longer it goes on, you give people enough time to figure shit out, it's never going to be the same.
Nope.
And so if you don't buy a game on release, you're missing out on that experience. By the time you get it, everyone knows what they're doing, and it's like, oh, now I have to learn this way. I can't play it no other way. So they're definitely, the gaming industry as a whole does a lot of FOMO for sure. But I think it's kind of manageable for single player games. What I hate are the dudes that put the heavy spoiler contents like on their thumbnail or in their title. Dude. Those people, I can't stand it. Like,
so
oh my god, X and X died. Oh, I can't believe they died. It's like, bro, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
So annoying, dude.
It's so annoying, bro. So I hate that. But I think it's possible to get out of FOMO for single player games. But if a multiplayer game, no, for sure.
Yeah. And that's why I like it, especially on my YouTube. I don't even look up anything that I'm looking forward to, like playing or talking about. Because I'm like, I don't want to even dip my toes in something like that. I know when what was it, Final Fantasy, when that dropped last year, everybody had a video on it. Everybody was spoiling and shit. Same thing with
and the walkthroughs got to drop quick.
Oh, they got to drop fast. It is not fair, because they be releasing like 2 days before the game drop, because the content creators got it like a week before. So I'm like, as soon as they able to publish that shit, they publishing it. And I'm like, man, yo, relax.
That's honestly what discouraged me from posting my playthrough of Spider-Man 2, because by the time I had 2 hours worth of playtime, people had already
10,000 videos out already, beat the game.
Right in the game. So, okay.
Damn. It's like, damn.
Wrong nigga.
But hey, those are the smart choice. They gonna send it to them niggas because they know they're gonna get views. They gonna get someone interested to buy the game.
It's gonna promote their game. It's gonna promote their game. I mean, hey, it's all about marketing. All about marketing. Right now,
all about the money too.
What's Power World looking like? I ain't heard shit on Power World. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't heard shit about it.
Wait for
Raid Boss is coming.
New boss coming?
Raid Boss is dropping. I think I dropped it in my other server. But they got Raid Boss coming pretty soon. I think next week or the following. So that's anticipating a lot of people coming back, as well as more content coming soon.
Suicide Squad.
Honestly,
is,
like we're at a point where Power World is just everyone's already done everything in the game.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's not released
like,
yet, is it?
Developers.
Mm-mm.
Is it still early access?
It's
Yeah,
it's
still
early
early.
access game. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's even on. It's got 10% off on it right now, so it's $26.
Yeah.
So,
Even the devs have said, like, if you're done with the game, please don't sit around and just like just do nothing in our game. Go play other things.
Right.
We'll let you know when there's more stuff coming, which is good that the developers are aware of that.
Yeah.
she can't take us to the round table.
Not yet.
Suicide
So we
Squad
can go
dropped
back
to
both that
35.
way. Maybe get it. That's nice. Too fucking late, but that's nice.
Yeah, it's just dropping as the
You know,
weeks go
the
by.
game's practically dead already.
Season 1 ain't even out yet.
So Stormhill, what?
Damn. Let's see. What's the Steam got a spring sale going on, right?
Oh, Saints Bridge.
Mhm.
What they got on there?
Oh wait, Saints Bridge. Is that, oh yeah.
How do you
Saints
even
Bridge.
get to the? How do you get to the sale? Do they got like a? Is it on the home screen? Like,
Yeah, it's on the
spring
home
sale?
page.
Man, nah. Best
But
believe if it's
now
something that's
to
gonna
March
save you money or
23rd.
cost them money, it's gonna be hidden, bro. You know,
Right.
ask me how long it took me and Rain to figure out how to refund a game today.
On what, Steam?
Holy shit! Yeah, because my first time.
Yeah,
doing
how
it.
do you refund a game?
So you have to go to
Steam
to
support.
your page, right?
Mhm.
Go to Steam support and then go to purchases and refund it from there.
Where's
Yeah.
Steam support at?
I mean,
Yeah.
the first time you do it, it's a little weird. Like,
Yeah,
there's no,
exactly,
like,
bro.
refund
And
this game.
They hide it so that you can't
Hell
do it,
yeah.
bro. It's a business tactic. Like they that slick. I know what the fuck they doing because it almost worked. I damn near said fuck it. They can have the fucking money.
What game was it?
It was for Elden Ring.
Oh, it's for Elden Ring.
Yeah, because I played it on PlayStation, so I copped it on PC.
Oh, so you just
Yeah.
refunded it on PC?
Yeah.
Oh, Cyberpunk's
So I played-
$30
so I played-
again.
Yeah, so I'm playing the
Ah.
DLC on CPC since all y'all getting it too. Well, I know you and Rain are getting it.
Wait, so you refunded it on PC?
Me and y'all.
I mean, I have it. I do have it on PC. It was like it's a lot to explain, but it all worked out in the end.
Wait, so what did you refund?
Elden Ring. You see, that's what I mean. It's a lot to explain, but it all worked out in the end, so we're good.
But you have it still?
Yes.
Oh my
you see,
God.
you have it. Do you want me to explain?
Yes, I'm very confused.
Okay, so okay, well, I bought it at first, right? But I thought Rain had thought that he had gifted it to me, and so I was like, oh shit, it charged both of us. Then, one of us gonna get our money back, right? And we were just trying to figure out which one of us it was gonna be, and so we're just kind of in the process of like, okay, how do I refund this? Can I try this or this? And yeah. It was,
And
it
just
was,
so you know,
it
it
was
would
like
always
error all
happen to
around.
you, because once you give someone a gift, like there's no way for you to take that bitch.
Oh yeah,
back.
you see,
Oh,
and
damn.
they were going.
Can't get the gift
they
back?
Keep his shit, bro. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, so you playing Elden Ring on PC right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know you said you was thinking about getting it too, so that way if you get it on PC, I can play the DLC, help you out on DLC and shit if you're getting that.
Is it
I
seamless?
don't know. With this mod it is.
Oh, y'all playing with a mod?
The mod is
Yeah,
fun.
Wait,
we're
let's
shooting-
go up.
shooting it
How do you
right
play
now.
with? How do you get a mod though?
Just download it, bro.
It's free.
Yeah.
Open source. Yeah.
That whole even touches the menu. If you pay it for something, you got scammed, bucko.
I ain't paying for shit.
Yeah, all right, well, hey, you're good.
Yeah, hey, I don't pay for shit. Wait a minute.
And I
though.
think that it says
Elden
it's
Ring on
like
sale?
5 players seamless. No,
Mm,
I mean, well, yes, it is if you buy a cup with the DLC, which will still be over $60, but you'll save $20 total because the DLC is $40. So you kind of save $20 by buying it bundled with the game if you consider that a deal.
Elden Ring rep.
I do want to buy it. I gotta buy Dragons.
Give me Elden Ring rep. I want to get my boys to get the best price. If you want to buy it, come on now.
Let me put it in my wish list real quick because I am gonna get that on Steam. Well, it's the Ring of Shadows or Ring Shadow.
Yeah, so look
Or
for,
Shadow of the
like,
Erd Tree shit.
Yeah, make sure it's coupled with the game.
Premium
It should
bundle.
work.
This
How
is-
much is damn premium
50.
bundle? Make sure there's one 50. Okay, that
It says the content requires the base game. Oh no,
yeah. See, not that one.
not that
yeah.
one. No, hell no.
That's how they get you.
Where's the bundle though? Damn, I don't see that shit. I see Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 still $60. Damn.
Mhm.
Great game.
It is a great game, but goddamn, I don't know why. There needs to be a law or something that, like, after media is X amount of years old, it gotta be discounted. Because what the
Shit.
fuck?
Black Ops 3 still full price.
Yeah, I gave it up on COD, bro. I know they don't make sense.
They
I know
don't make no
make
sense.
yeah.
I saw Ghost was on sale for $50. I said, what?
What?
the fuck?
Ain't this one y'all talk shit about?
It's a good sale.
It's a great sale. What's going on here?
Good man. They're a good company.
And you know, with Sean, bro, this nigga Razor made a good point. He was like, look, I mean, parents don't know. They might buy their son. They might buy their son Call of Duty Ghosts, thinking it's a good game because that shit's so heavily priced.
Bro, I tell it, cause it happened to me, bro. I forget how old I was. This was like, but my stepdad's parents, right? So I guess my step grandparents for Christmas, they got me a single video game, which is cool, whatever, right? It was like 2014, and they had got me on PS3. Batman Arkham City. I beat that game 2 years ago. All right. I had to sit there and smile. Thank you. You know, like a game that I beat 2 years ago and owned digitally. They gave me this stuff. And it's like, I know that happens to people. I just know it.
They go, oh, my grandson will like this.
Like, they don't even be knowing, like I be hearing GameStop horror stories of them not even knowing what the right like console is and shit like that. It's like, bro, I understand if you're not a gamer, but maybe you should know a little bit more about what your kids are into, because they could be in that motherfucker playing GTA 6 in the near. And hey, if you don't know about that, you know, all of a sudden your kids come out here talking different. And you put me on.
That shit is insane, bro. PC players gonna be hurt when that game don't come to PC. It hurts. It hurt.
Motherfuckers about PlayStation, bro. I'm actually, because you know what, with the PS5 Pro, I might, because I think one of my little
it's gonna
brothers
be in a
doesn't have a
bundle.
PS5 yet, so I might like see like, hey yo, I'll sell you my PS5, and then I'll take that and then put that money towards, you know.
Hell
the
yeah.
PS
I'm
Pro.
doing the same thing. I'm gonna give this one to my brother and I'm gonna pick up the Pro.
Mhm.
Just cause I don't know why I got PC, but you know.
Like, and I feel like if I didn't have interest in being a content creator, I might not have gotten it. But like, you
Oh
kinda
no,
have to
yeah,
keep up.
100%.
That's the problem,
You
bro.
gotta keep up. Like if you wanna be a content creator, you gotta keep up.
You gotta keep up. So like, it was like, I was thinking like, damn, I'm kind of fine with the graphics the way they are, but the YouTube niggas might not. So yeah, maybe we should keep up with it.
I've been thinking now, I'm like, do I want to buy that game? No, but I gotta talk about it, I guess. I'll buy it. Do I need the PS5 Pro? No, but I gotta talk about it, so I guess I'll get it. Fuck it. It's a great life. Great life. I can't find this Elden Ring thing.
Oh, you know what? I don't think we've talked about this yet.
What?
TikTok, dude.
Oh shit,
Like,
TikTok.
how do y'all feel about the TikTok ban? I think it's crazy.
I think it's stupid.
Then get it out of here.
You think get it out of here?
Wait, you say that?
What's your feed look like on TikTok?
You know what
already
it looks
know.
like, man. It is vicious.
You want to get that out of there?
I need to get it out of there because it's clouding my mind and clouding my judgment.
It's clouded.
You know? It makes it hard for me to be at the gym focusing on myself. When I open TikTok and I can't smile, I gotta fix something in my gym shorts. You know?
He said, damn,
Like, no.
she been working hard.
They need to get it out of there, man. I like what they saying. Well, I don't have a problem with the TikTok content. I more or less do have a problem with if it's like media is being used maliciously. And now at this point, I think they're like what they had started doing, pushing with if you buy something from the TikTok store, the geolocation on it is so advanced that like it knows so much about where you live.
Oh yeah.
And they give all that data back directly to China. And I mean, with the current events and the relations that have been happening with the fake weather balloons flying over the country and, you know,
That
all
was funny.
all those different things, I just think it shouldn't be going directly to the head of communism. You know what I mean? None of the data from any of these social media apps that people are saying are leading to sex trafficking and sexual assault, harassment, things like that. I think they could all be safer if you put the heads or the people in control under certain guidelines. Because obviously you don't have to meet certain guidelines if you're out of the country, which is why so many factories in America move their shit to out of country for cheap labor and things of that nature to get by on code. So I do respect that aspect of it, but a lot of things that like are political or revolve around Congress and things like that, I never trust, because 9 times out of 10, those people invest their money in stocks and in things like that, and they're moving it around so they can take advantage of it. Now that being said, before I get hit by a random garbage truck tomorrow, and the garbage don't run on Sunday, I just like think they need to be held accountable on those type of situations too. That's damn near insider trading, but they trying to be very legal about it.
They are. They always being legal about the insider trading. That is. Yeah. I mean, before I touch back on the TikTok thing, I think I spoke about this briefly in the Discord, but how do you think that these big tech CEOs could stop, especially ones in charge of these social media platforms? How do you think they could stop malicious enticing like sex trafficking and cyberbullying and stuff like that? I feel like that is such a you can't. I really don't think you can. I mean, there's stuff there's preventative measures you can put in place, but we're talking about humans. There's always going to be a workaround. Somebody's always going to have a workaround for something. If somebody want to get something done, they're going to get it done. And
exactly.
So there's just I don't know. Like
I've always
go ahead.
I always had kind of an opinion on that. Like I feel like people I understand comfort spaces, safe spaces are awesome, right? You definitely should have one. But you can't make the world your safe space, right? And that's what I feel like a lot of people end up doing. And like, what's even worse, you sure as hell cannot make the internet your safe space. Going, this is the internet. It's got to be the most hostile, non-physical territory known to man. Like the internet, there's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be weirdos. There's always going to be creeps. There's always going to be criminals. You're not safe on the internet. So I think it's more important to teach people to use the internet properly, or know to like, hey, just maybe you shouldn't be on social media. Also that, I also have that. Like, if you're being bullied on Facebook, you could just not be on Facebook. You could just block them. It's definitely a thing. There's definitely options that people just don't take because they like the attention. Because that's what social media is about. It's about attention.
It's very toxic, and and like I mentioned, it's not just toxic for children. It's very toxic for adults too, especially insecure adults. Because look at a lot of the content that's driven now. All you see, like literally, all you see now is, especially with these women, right? You see big ass, big titties. These women got snatched bodies. They got BBLs, and so what are women that don't have that looking at? They're like, okay, she looks better than me. I must be doing something wrong. There must be something wrong with me. Because she looks great and I don't look great. And then you see all these women that look great. So you think, okay, the whole world looks like this and I'm just an outsider. When in reality, that is such a small percentage of of women in the world that look like that have these perfect bodies. And a lot of it's bought. So it's like, that's a very toxic mindset to have and just be looking at all the time, because an algorithm is just AI generated. It's going to feed you what you look at all the time. So it doesn't know whether or not it's affecting your mental health. All it knows is that you like it. It sees you're always on it, and it's going to feed you because it thinks that's the content you want to see. And so that's all you're going to see. So that becomes your world. I mean, it's very bad on people's mental health. The same thing with these children looking at all this stuff. I'm a firm believer that children should not be on social media. Like I think parents should not have their kids on social media. Parents should know a little bit more about technology. They should know how to put these parental locks on their phones, because every kid has a phone nowadays, which I'm for and against at the same time. But if you're going to give a child a phone, have that shit on lock, have that shit monitored, because even with my little brother, I got that shit on lock. But of course, I know about technology. A lot of these parents don't know about technology, so these kids are running rampant and wild on their phones, and they're getting bullied online or bullying each other online. They're getting into shit they shouldn't get into, like fucking, they're talking about sex on like apps like Roblox. They're on Snapchat, they're on Facebook, Instagram. These kids are like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. It's like, that is not good for your mental health. And that's why suicide rates have skyrocketed since the bloom of social media. It's not a coincidence at all. And I understand why parents may want to have like they want to point fingers, right? Oh, well, Zuckerberg, you don't do enough, this is that. But at the end of the day, that's out of his control. It's out of Facebook's control.
People don't want to take the blame. They don't want to take responsibility.
They don't. And I don't know, it's something. Me as an adult, obviously, we know people like us know how to filter it. We know how to shit. I mean, just
You say
not let it
people like
bother
us,
us.
but there are other adults our same age and shit who
But that's
do
what I'm
not have
saying.
those skills.
I'm saying people like us, like
Yeah.
us four in this
Oh,
in this
yeah.
conversation right now. Because we don't care. But the problem is, like you said, attention. Attention is a disease. It's an addiction. People want to be
addicting.
liked, and people want to be talked about, and people want to be the center of attention. So they do what they can, they post what they can to get attention, and it brings negative and positive, right? And what a lot of people focus on is the negative, because the negative is always going to outweigh the positive, right? Because that's what you're going to look at first. That's what you're going to pay your most attention to. And so, since it's such an addiction and such a disease, that's declining mental health, because now people can't center themselves away from it, because it's like, okay, well, I'm still the main topic. You know, it comes down to people caring too much. Like, I post on social media, like I'll post on Facebook as an update to my family, but then as soon as I post, I don't check that shit. I don't check my notifications maybe like a month. And then I see comments, I'm like, here and there. Same thing with Instagram. Like, I'll post maybe if I like go on a nice trip, I'll post just for like the people that I see, the people that I have followed can, you know, I guess keep up with me. And that's another thing too. Let me tie into that real quick. People are so obsessed with attention that they let everybody into their digital lives. Because think about it, like our phones are just a carbon copy of us. If you really think about it, everything in your life is usually in the majority of the population's phone. You can find out a lot about a person's phone. And so people let too many people into their personal lives through their social media. They want to have a million followers. They want to have as many followers as they can. They want to follow people. They want to keep tabs on people, keep track of people, stalk people, be in everybody's business. That's not good for you either. Like that, me personally, I don't do that shit. People that follow me, I have my shit on private. The only people that follow me are people that I've known and been close to in the military, family, and friends. That's it. Like I don't even let people in that I know that I haven't been close to, because it's like, I don't care about you knowing what I got going on, and I damn sure don't care about what the fuck you got going on. And I think if people had more of that mindset, we wouldn't be in this predicament that we're in, because too many people give a fuck. And I don't know, it's very toxic, but it drives a lot of money.
Yeah,
So-
social media is pretty much like one step forward, two steps back. Like, it'd be great, but like you said, like a lot of us have the wrong mentality and just using the wrong ways.
Oh yeah.
But we also got to remember, like, that shit, comparison is the thief of joy. Remember that.
Yes.
Social media is nothing but a highlight reel. That's not the life they live in. That's a highlight reel. Like John said, he'll take a picture if he goes on a nice trip.
Yep.
You know, but people like will see stuff on that and think that other people's lives are so great. And it's like, bro,
Yes.
you're only seeing what they want you to show, what they want to
Yes.
show you. You're not seeing everything. And like when you said like the BBL thing earlier, bro, it's so funny because like remember how we always made fun of the gorilla thing, right?
Mhm.
I remember one of her stances, because she's a smaller woman, is
Mhm.
that she'd never augment her body because she's proud of who she is. But I don't know how recent it was, but she recently got her boobs done, a
Yep.
boob job, filled up, and it's like, and you know, it goes to show like that mentality, what it can wear down, because like
Mhm.
that means that like people on her social media wearing her down
Wearing
and
her
changing
down.
her, forcing her to change
Yep.
her mind. It's crazy. Like,
Yep.
She got a boob job.
Yeah.
yeah, she
That
got
boy
her
said,
titties
let me go check that out.
I didn't know, my bad.
I bet you noticed that black dress at the Oscars.
No, I noticed her in a black dress, but I didn't know she had her boobs done.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so like,
I just think, you know, she's
that
got
type of
pretty
shit-
feet.
Yeah, she does, right? She is very pretty, bro. But like, all it takes is women on social media to say that you
Mhm.
look better like this, or this, you
Yeah.
know, like that little comparison.
It's very
and then
toxic
boom,
in
they start
women,
doubting
bro.
themselves and how they look, and now they want to change how they look.
It's very toxic in women. It makes so many women so insecure, and it's like I be trying to tell a lot of people. I'm like, yo, like stop paying it to get off
like,
that shit. Like just
The
get
male
away from
equivalent,
it.
right, is money, right? Like whereas women go on social media and see other women flaunting a lot of beauty, men go on social media and see men flaunting a lot of money.
Yep.
And like
Yep.
almost give you the impression that you're less masculine than him because
Yes.
you have less money. And it's like,
Yes.
bro, that's not how life works.
It's not how life
you know,
works.
that's just how the mob is, and it's easy to fall into the mob mentality, but just don't. You know, like I see why. It's just the majority of people.
Oh
It's
my
not
god! Another thing is too relationships. Like oh my god, relationships. Like you said,
everyone.
when people post about when especially couples when they post the glamorous parts of their life on social media, or you got the almost caught a cramp, or you got these YouTube. Oh my god, these YouTube couples. I hate them so much. These YouTube couples just posting all these pranks and having a good time and smiling, this and that, and then all these women go, oh well, you know, this is what our relationship should look like. There goes that comparison. There goes that
Mhm.
comparison. I personally dealt with that
Like-
shit for a while, and that shit is very,
The thing
very
is,
toxic.
when those situations happen, they don't think about the things that that guy doesn't do in the relationship that you do for her, because
Yep.
they're only thinking about the highlights of them and how it's just
Why don't you do this?
yeah,
Why don't you
like,
do that? He does
because
it.
you'll never see something bad on Facebook
No.
and go, oh well, my man treats me better than that. No, you'll go, oh, he's terrible.
He's
You know,
terrible. Yep.
like comparisons are usually never positive, if we're being
No.
honest.
And then,
You know what I
like,
mean?
especially with these YouTube couples, I've seen so many of them just come out and be like, "Oh yeah, we actually hate each other," and I'd be like, "Yeah, no shit. Like,
Mhm.
nothing's fucking perfect." I'm like, they do that shit for the money. Like, they started out doing that shit, then it brings in a lot of money. Then they're forced to stay with each other because it brings in a lot of fucking money,
Yeah.
and then they're just miserable.
Now
I'm
they're
like, bro,
dependent on each other and
exactly. Y'all gotta learn to see through that shit. Like, this shit is social media is just nothing but glamorous. Like, so many people have come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh my god, like you're living such a good life." I'm like, nigga, I'm broke. Like, what? What are you talking about, bro?
What you talking about?
What are you talking about,
Bro,
bro?
We in the same place right now, bro.
Yeah, we just chilling.
Just chilling. Oh, how you got such a perfect life? I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's why I hate posting. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm about to start posting me being down bad, but then niggas gonna be like, oh, like, you can't win, bro.
Like, damn.
You can't
Pictures
win.
of being declined at Walmart.
Keep your head up, bro. It gets better.
It gets better. Not everybody a therapist. It gets better. You shut the fuck up. Get out my feed, bro. Oh, I ain't got time for that, man. And then another big problem, oh my god, is the trolls, bro. Because on the internet, everybody's Mike Tyson on the internet. Nobody can be touched. Everybody is the biggest Billy Badass. And it's because you behind a screen. Like, I saw this video of this autistic girl. Bro, the comments were I'm down for a dark joke, bro. But these motherfuckers was mean, dog. They was dogging her ass, bro. But only because they behind a screen. None of these niggas would say that shit if they was in person to somebody. And that's what be beyond me. I'm like, I would never say something on social media that I would not say to you in person.
Yeah,
Shit is
that's something you should try to
You know
abide
who the
by.
personification
exactly.
that
You
is?
should apply that to
Have y'all
life.
heard of that dude Neon?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Neon. He's this little YouTuber. I don't even know what he really YouTubes or does, but he's
Just
really
black
big.
people.
He's blown up. And bro, he talks the most shit, bro. The
Hate black
most
people.
shit. Like, and you know who Duke Dennis is from AMC, right?
Yeah.
Neon was talking shit to Duke Dennis, talking about how he beat his ass, how Duke Dennis wouldn't do shit to him, bro. And Neon's probably like $120 wet, bro. Like, oh my god, like
his
and
ass folded.
yes, bro. And but it's not just about fighting. He just has a big I'm right mentality about everything. He treats women so wrong on his live. He and his security guard. He had a security guard named
course.
Leon or something, bro. Leon be trying to father him, tell him in the right direction because dude just be tripping and the shit he be saying and doing to people.
But
He's just
it's for
a terrible
clout.
person. But that's the thing. It
Clout
gets
chasing.
him money. So why would he
Yep.
not? He's famous for it. Niggas tune in
that
and watch
disease
that.
grows. It festers. Oh my goodness.
And when you was talking about the autistic girl, one question I had was was it? I wanted to ask what her stance on it was she upset people were saying that about her or what?
nah, she
because-
ignored that shit like a champ. Like she should.
Because that's what I was saying is
Mhm.
some people do that shit on purpose because they know they can profit off of it, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, not use her for example, but Sweet Anita, right?
Mhm.
She has what's that shit where you get ticks and you get ticks and you just say random stuff you can't control. What is that?
Oh, Tourette's.
Tourette's.
Yeah,
Yes, she has
yeah.
Tourette's, and she
It's
profits
terrible.
off it because people find it so hilarious and
Yeah.
funny and and then I had another example on top of my head. This nigga Mark gets beating my ass though.
Shit might as well profit off of it.
Yeah, and that's the Cuff Him. That's the other one. Cuff Him. Y'all know Cuff Him?
No, I ain't never. Who's
Oh
that?
my god. So Aiden Ross had Aiden Ross with Kick and shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, is
he
this what you
had-
was telling me
he-
about?
Yeah, so so he had a couple of his friends, his good friends, and he made a deal with them where they had a $50,000 a month deal with Kick as long as they reached 300 hours of streaming per month, right? Them niggas were not hitting the hours. So they fucking so Aiden Ross fired him. He got rid of him. He was like, yeah, y'all niggas can't even stream, and that's all you have to do for $50,000 a month, and got put talk to the side. One of the niggas he did it to was this dude called Cuff'em. Cuff'em is special because Cuff'em is one ugly motherfucker. Bro, dead ass just can't even sugarcoat it. That nigga is fucking ugly, bro. Look him up. And it's so bad. He's so ugly that he blew up off of falling off because the videos where he tried talking about how it's not right what Aiden Ross was doing to him, whatever. All those videos blew up because he was ugly and niggas was roasting him for
that
it.
nigga ugly
It wasn't
as
about
shit.
the video. Yes, and so he actually, despite being tossed off that deal, I'm pretty sure he's a full-time streamer now because all he does is, that social app Monkey where you just chat with people.
Yep.
He does that, and he has masks and shit. And then whenever he shows his face, the people like laughing or something. Like he literally has profited off of just being ugly. And it's like he knows this, and like so I don't even feel bad. Like a lot of people are like, damn, I feel bad for Cover. I don't, because I know what he knows what he's doing. I know he knows what he's doing. He's profiting off of being ugly. So let him,
His last tweet is, "I'm not ugly. I'm just misunderstood, and I miss my grandma."
But couldn't he do that though? Like with the deal that he had with Kick, he just missed that opportunity. It's like if he would have gave into that, like that same thing he's doing now. Then
that's what niggas was saying too. Like niggas was like, bro, you could have been doing this with no face cam and made 50K a month ago. Like you could have been doing this. You're only doing it now because you realized the opportunity that you dropped. But lucky for you, you're so ugly that the fall off worked in your favor anyway.
Yep.
You know. Yeah. So he just got lucky in that case. But
like
it shows that niggas will have negative anything on social media and profit off of it and keep it going, bro. I don't feel bad whenever niggas call him ugly. He wants that. He wants you to do that because it's getting them more clout.
It does give him more clout.
Exposure. Come on now.
He does want you to keep calling him ugly.
Like you really think it's hurt? Do you think it's hurting his feelings when niggas call him ugly on Monkey if he keep on going to the next call? If he don't,
no, because he knows he's gonna get some bread and he could pay for pussy.
Exactly.
Exactly. Or no, he ain't got to pay for it because he got clout. He ain't got to pay. Bro,
that's
bitches
crazy.
fuck for
He had
clout.
a girlfriend before his fucking. I don't know if she's still with him, but he had a girlfriend before the whole thing because like he blamed her or something. And there was a video where she kind of like was up like, nah, nigga, you. And she got really mad at her. Yes. She was bad neither.
He said, "What am I doing?"
He did. I don't know if they're still together because of that argument or whatever.
I'm not judging my life based off of social media, but how ugly was this girl? You know what I mean? What was going on with that? I'm confused.
Let me see this, bro.
That's just a little crazy. Come on.
Hey, but clout though, like a woman, like oh my god, you mentioned what's his name from AMP? What's his name? Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah, bro. I watch their videos sometimes. Niggas be at parties, bro. These bitches will fuck just because of his status, dude. Just because of his status, bro.
Just because who he is, yeah.
And these bitches will have men, bro, and they'll say it. Yeah, I got a man. He's like, but he ain't you. I'm like, the disrespect.
Oh my god,
the disrespect.
The
disrespect.
Crash outs.
Disrespect.
Oh my god, bro.
And then I watch these group called the Minorities, bro, and they just basically go around and they go to like these college parties or these beach parties, and they be like interviewing girls and they be bagging these hoes. I ain't gonna lie, but because they got clout and they got a name, it's like they known all around college campuses and shit like that, all across the country. So when they come and they do their videos, all these bitches, bro, they'll be having dudes. Sometimes they'll be in front of their dudes, just ready to drop their panties in front of these guys, just because they got status on YouTube. And I remember one girl didn't know, like the Asian dudes, they're like little their editor, but he's been like on top now because he's been like bagging these hoes because he got like mad confidence now. And so like literally this one girl didn't know who he was, right? All it took was to him, like he had that little microphone thing that they be having. He said, and she was like, oh, well, what's this for? And he was like, I got a YouTube channel. Instantly sparked her interest, a YouTube channel. She's like, oh, well, how many subscribers you got? And then he pulled out the page, and I think they got like, 500,000 or something like that. And then she's like, oh, instantly wanted that nigga. After turning him down, she's like, oh, well, you could get my number. You could see me tonight. I'm like, these bitches, bro, throw all their morals out the window, throw all these standards out the window. As soon as they see a little fucking clout, bro.
Yo.
Instantly on that motherfucker. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
It's the panty dropper.
It really is.
It's really is. It's the worst drug we got.
Mm-hmm. Just to say what? Oh, I slept with that nigga. I slept with this popular nigga. Like, what? Bro, what are we talking about, bro?
To who though? Because I'm gonna deny it.
Facts.
Who are you telling?
And it's like at least with dudes, it's like when dudes trying to fuck, they'll fuck anything, right? They'll fuck anything. They ain't trying to fuck for no clout. They just trying to fuck. Women, bro,
Yeah.
they picking and choosing, bro. They picking and choosing. If you ain't got no bag or no attention on social media, bro, it ain't happening, bro. It's not happening. They ain't about it, bro.
I
Yeah.
gave it the front open, gang.
Bro,
Like-
like speaking of like the shit what you said with the dudes do the college videos, bro. Like I haven't been looking into it, but somebody been seeing it. Just modern black content creation. It be some freaky ass shit, bro. Like you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
the most popular type of black content creation video is right now?
What?
20v1s. Oh my god, they
What?
are everywhere.
Yeah.
20v1s. There's
that?
everyone's making.
Oh,
you know,
the when they be like, yeah, yes or no to the women.
Like, yeah,
Oh
then the
my
popcorn
god,
shit.
bro, it's
That
everywhere.
is the most popular.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
doing them.
Yes.
With every celebrity. They've done one with Tiana Trump, with all these rappers. Everyone's doing it, and it's just like them just being all this productive and
Yes.
seductive on camera for
Yes.
these people that they just met.
Yes.
like-
I just saw Quavo do one. Oh my god, bro, bro, like it should be
Yeah, bro.
funny. It's entertaining, but like everybody doing it, and oh my god, these women show up to this shit, bro. Like she told Quavo, like I think it was his round to say
360
like
coming.
to ask him a question or something like that. She's like, I ain't got no questions for you. It's a yes for me. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of here, bro. Man, where your nigga at? He need to
Bro.
leave your ass. It's
That's
just
their favorite.
be beyond me, man. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a disease. It's a disease. Yeah, we'll never escape it. That's the thing. It's just growing and growing and growing. There's no control on it. There never will be control on it. So I'm actually afraid to see what life gonna look like in 20 years when this is just mutated and just like
Sex and sex and sex.
that's it. That's it.
Sex. A
It's
little bit more sex.
a little bit more, and now
That's it.
yeah, that's yeah.
What is love? What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
No more. You know?
Oh,
That's it, man. It's just so simple, man. Like, and I feel like, sadly, that's because of the internet and social media. Because, like,
Mhm.
relationship pools and, like, courting things and situations like that used to be limited to the people that you were accessible to.
Yeah.
And now the internet has made every and anybody accessible.
everybody.
It's just
Oh my god,
in your face
OnlyFans.
now.
Oh my god, I think we were talking about that. The OnlyFans issue. I think when we was playing Suicide Squad all together, I remember that how like now the reason OnlyFans is so genius is because it allows you to be personal with a girl you don't know. So all these dudes think like, okay, I'm getting so much attention from this girl
Getting
and this
that
one-on-one
relationship,
attention.
that
Yeah, they feel
intimacy.
like they're in a relationship with the bitch.
Making
And,
that intimacy.
yeah, exactly. And now they're
For
paying
lonely people, bro.
personally
And now for
paying
lonely
this
people
girl.
and weirdos, bro. Like I'll
Yep.
never forget that bad Barbie situation, bro. She turned the day she turned 18, bro.
18
Instantly.
became a millionaire.
18, bro. That is disgusting. Like,
Horn
like,
dog.
look at that. It was like, yo, that's kind of nasty to the date. Like,
That's exactly
Come
what
on,
I
now.
said. I was like, what is going on with the world, bro?
Instantly.
and
Plus
then,
that-
and then they say that shit's empowering. It's like, no, bro.
No.
That I had that in the Instacart waiting.
Facts. Shit is crazy, bro. And I'm like, you know, I ain't against a chick making her bag or make your bag. Like, if you gonna play these niggas, like, if these niggas stupid enough to give it to you, fucking make it. I don't care. It ain't gonna be me, but do you, boo? But it's just men gotta stop feeding into that shit, bro. Like,
They won't though.
they won't, bro. You can just go. I don't understand. You can just go buy you some pussy. Like, I ain't promoting it, but like, if hypothetically speaking, if it were me, I'm not about to pay no bitch on no internet to
Show me nothing.
show me nothing, nigga. I'm about to go buy some pussy. You got me fucked up. Like,
And porn sites are free,
Free.
brother. What are we
Like,
doing
free.
paying for it?
Like I said, bro. Y'all are missing the point. OnlyFans isn't profiting off of horniness. It's profiting off of loneliness. They don't
Right.
want sex. They
Ah.
want intimacy.
Yeah, want intimacy.
Ah.
Yup. That's why it's
You know,
a
that's what it is.
genius.
That's why it's so genius, bro.
Genius.
It's intimacy.
Genius.
They're faking intimacy. Yes, they have these people that they pay to pretend to be them so they can message all you guys at once and be unique and personal.
Mhm.
And they have voice lines that they send them so that they can prove that they're them in case you question it.
Mhm.
Like there are people who come out with stories like, yeah, I've done that. There are women who be like, yeah, oh yeah, I manage my girlfriend's OnlyFans accounts. I message the dudes. I take the pictures. She's just a model.
And he
like,
making a
there are people out
bag.
here admitting that, and he making a bag off that. He's just managing the OnlyFans accounts. He over here. He's the one seducing you, not her. He's seducing you.
8 hours a
He's
day
her.
talking to the creepy
You
ass.
know,
You're in love
him.
with a nigga. How does
Yeah,
it
you in
feel?
love with him. Like, how does that feel like, bro? Like it's profiting off of like lonely people and fake intimacy, and I think that is just so freaking wrong, bro.
It is. It is. And that's not going nowhere because sex sells. Sex been selling since
And
the
it
beginning of
also
time.
like it floods social media with nudes, bro.
Yeah.
Like Twitter's be full of news because, like, bro, I've seen it so many times. Like a dude will post some shit, like he'll post something provocative, right?
Mhm.
Under it, all the replies, but what about me? And a picture of come to my free OnlyFans all the time, bro. Like I can only
But what
imagine how
about
easy
me?
it is for somebody to go onto something like Instagram and
Mhm.
Twitter and see shit like that with unprovocatively, like without looking for it.
Yep.
It's so easy. It comes to you. And they promote that. And like sometimes it literally is free because they want people to fucking subscribe. Like the game is free this month, right? And they drop maybe a few $50 or whatever, but then all of a sudden 1 month is gonna cost, and like your card info's in the system, so now they got you or something,
Got 'em.
right? Or now it's just the fact that you've had it for a few weeks. Maybe now she sold it to you,
Facts. Now she sold it to you.
Now she sold it to you, bro. Because like something they don't tell you, bro, is OnlyFans is like a pyramid scheme type of when it comes to like who's successful, bro. The top 1% are the top 1%, bro. Most girls get on there and make nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most of them. Yeah. They
Nothing.
make nothing.
And you make nothing, and you
Mhm.
just posted yourself on the internet. Like
Yep.
that's
Oh,
gotta feel
crazy.
bad.
And everybody's still in it. You got Ozaru still in it, posting in NSFW chat. You got
right.
everybody.
Right, like people are stealing it.
Screenshot. Got 'em.
Got 'em.
Some
Oh.
people resell other people content, make money off
And I'm
it.
gonna just let you know, don't ever send me no new video and then ask me if I'm gonna buy your OnlyFans. Cause good lord, it's not
Also, on the
happening.
opposite of that, there's some girls that take advantage. Some of the OnlyFans models, and they like. There's this one that I saw a story about like the other day. Apparently, like she just turned 18 or whatever, and she made multiple accounts, and on each account was like different versions of stuff. One account was like her
Oh my
regular
God,
body
bro.
without her face. One account she like photoshopped it to where she had like really big boobs.
Nice.
And the other account was a foot fetish account with
Oh, yeah, that'll get 'em.
with Photoshop digitally edited feet to be prettier and shit.
Damn.
And like she was making bands off of that. I was like just photoshopped and fake shit. Like it was her, but it was fake. Like
Yeah.
Nasty work.
Working.
Nasty work.
Working.
Nasty work, bro. And then they fall, and people fall for it, bro. Because with how good AI photos are, bro,
Mhm.
it's so easy to fucking fool people. Like, yeah, I made this or this is real,
Yeah.
bro. It's all the time because it's getting better. The
Yeah,
AI
better
shit
and
is
better.
scary, bro.
It is. AI can recreate you. Make you say some wild shit you ain't never
you
say.
seen that robot? I forgot his name, but that robot that BMW has a contract with.
No.
So there's this prototype robot that BMW is testing in one of their like manufacturing facilities, and they have a little demo video.
Mhm.
I forget what the name of the robot. Look it up. Look up BMW robot. You'll probably find a video of him like showcasing what the robot can do. He's in front of a table, and in front of him he has like like a plate with a couple dishes, a dish rack, and an apple. And he asks some questions. He's like, "Hey, can you get me something to eat?" And then the robot picks up the apple and hands him the apple. And he's like, "Why did you do that?" He's like, "Well, the apple was the only edible thing on the table, so I figured it was one." And like,
Oh,
and
shit.
he answers the question. Like, he tells him to do a task, and he asks him to explain why he did it, and while simultaneously doing other tasks, and like and then I guess he's gonna try using that in a factory to build cars, see if it can replace workers.
That shit is scary, man.
Mhm.
That shit is scary.
The only
Hey.
thing is it moves slow right now, but hey, that's
Course.
something that could probably be fixed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Bro, and you mentioned you said a comment earlier. I think one of y'all said it. How technology and the internet technology moves,
exponentially.
Yeah, it's faster. And that's why laws and regulations can't keep up with it. Like by the time laws be pushed out against all this stuff, that shit's obsolete now. Like it's moving so fast, especially with the bloom of AI we got going on right now. That's just gonna accelerate it even faster. Like there's no stopping it. It's moving. It's moving at its own speed now. There's no stopping it. It's just growing like a weed. You can't stop weeds. They just grow. They keep on coming back. They grow, and it's growing like a weed, and it's not going to be stopped. And don't get me wrong, though. I'm all for technology. I'm all for AI. I'm all for all that stuff, but there's got to be some control on it, because, like you said, they're eventually going to use that shit to replace jobs. But at the same time, when you think about it, because look at the pandemic, right? We lost a lot of jobs during the pandemic, but also a lot of jobs were created, especially from that whole movement of working from home, right? So as things get taken away, things are created. So that is at least something positive behind it. Also, I did want to touch on the fact that no matter how much negativity there is on the internet, there is a lot of positive. And let me bring this back to TikTok. And this is why I don't necessarily agree with TikTok being banned, because TikTok has actually made a lot of businesses very profitable, a lot of small businesses very profitable, and I put a lot of people on the map that wouldn't have been put on the map if it wasn't for TikTok. Like, there's a lot of bad things about TikTok, but when you shine some light on it, there's actually a lot of benefits from TikTok. Because look at us, just look at us when we post on TikTok. Like, I mean, no following, no nothing, and it just like, you get so many views, and it's just off, like, that's a lot of exposure. And it's a lot easier to blow up on TikTok than it is any other social media platform, just because of that algorithm that they have just on lock. Like, that For You page and
it's different.
It's different. And it's just so much quick content.
Walked off the map thinking about my For You page.
But it's such a great platform for growing. And so that's why I would hate to see it go, just because, putting all that stuff aside, there would be a lot of, I don't know, there's just a lot of exposure you can get from a platform like TikTok. And we don't really have anything on the market that's matching it right now. Facebook, I mean, everybody adopted its style. Everybody has the Reels now. Instagram, Facebook, X is trying to do it, but they don't do it like TikTok.
Threads now.
Yeah, Threads, but they don't do it like TikTok. It's very clunky. I know Facebook's is very clunky. Even the shareability of Facebook's and Instagram's Reels is very clunky, and it's very unfinished, because even when I'm trying to, like, you got to get a link and get somebody to open that link. With TikTok, it's so easy to share that shit. You can share that shit in iMessage, share that shit in TikTok itself, share it to other platforms. It's just going to pop up in your face. Like, it's very easy to reach audience with TikTok. And so I don't know, like, I'm against all the stuff Rain mentioned, but at the same time,
damn, hold up now.
No.
What do you mean all the stuff that I mentioned?
All the stuff not like against your opinion. I'm against all the stuff that you mentioned about, like, the data being sold to the CCP, stuff like that. Like, I'm against all that, and I'm in agreement with you. But at the same time, it would be.
But I don't think it should be banned. Yeah.
No, I don't think it should be banned. Yeah.
It's a great platform.
And I do think that, obviously our Congress don't be looking out for the people. Like, everything's very cynical. It's very self-motivated. They're not looking out for us. It ain't really about, no matter the front they putting up, it's about, national, what the fuck did they use? Yeah, national security. Like, no, fuck all that. Yeah, because y'all want it sold to an American company. So, that's the first thing y'all brought up. He was like, fuck the people, fuck the data breaches. We need this shit sold to, we need to divert it to an American company, like ASAP, where that shit coming off. So, there's got to be some money involved. It's just, everything's got an alternate
price tag.
Exactly. Exactly. It's got an agenda. Everything's got an agenda behind it. And we all know that these lawmakers and these politicians, they do so much insider trading. And one thing I was watching Joe Rogan, and I think Aaron Rodgers said it. He was like, he said that I know, right? But it was actually very smart. He said that lawmakers shouldn't be able to make the amount of money that they do. and not make the amount of money they do. Let me rephrase that. He said lawmakers shouldn't be able to accept donations the way they do, because these lawmakers be accepting millions of dollars worth of donations for their political campaigns and their funds and everything like that. What do you think comes behind that? That shit not free. Like, these companies and these CEOs that's paying them off and donating to their funds, they like, okay, I'm gonna do this for you, but I need you to do this for me. Like, everything is a quid pro quo in this world. So I was totally for that, because that is something that goes that blows past the American people when they think of these politicians, and they go, oh, they're shady, but you don't really think about how shady they are. Like, look at the insider trading. Look when Trump was debating with with Hillary Clinton, and Hillary exposed him for his tax breaks or whatever. But then Trump snapped back, agreeing with it. But then he was like, I mean,
these are policies you introduced.
Yeah,
bitch.
exactly. He's like, look at your donors. Shut her up real quick. It's crazy.
Shit you said we can do.
Facts. I'm doing what you said we could do. Shut her up too quick. Didn't think he'd say that. It's crazy.
That's your idea.
And then another thing, because Trump said something about TikTok as well. He was like, and it was true. He said if TikTok gets banned, it's just gonna make Meta more powerful, and that's very fucking true, because then they're gonna have the entire market to themselves on that whole audience, and that Meta itself is a growing beast and a growing problem, and it's lonesome, because God knows Facebook's been involved in so much shit that we just can't even cover right now. But that's gonna be an entire market up for grabs for Facebook. So it's like, do you want that? Because that's just gonna happen. I don't know. It's a lot that goes into that stuff. But overall, I'm not for it. But what I think will happen is, I think if it passes, I think they'll just pull it off the U.S. market. I don't think they're gonna sell it. It's very profitable. So, but I don't know. A lot of that does come from the American population, though. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how this goes and how this plays out. It is very interesting, though. I don't know. We ain't never seen nothing like this, so I guess we'll see how that plays out. Y'all got anything for closing remarks?
I don't think so. Pretty massive episode today.
Yes, sir.
A lot of stuff.
We're not good. All right. Well, y'all got nothing. Wrapping up today's episode, we want to thank everybody who made it this far in today's show. All we ask for your appreciation is for you to spread the love by sharing the podcast with a friend. While you're at it, go ahead and drop us a 5-star rating on the supporting platforms. This helps the algorithm promote our show, which helps us bring in new listeners. Don't forget, if you want to reach out to us, you can always find us in our Discord server, which is linked in the show notes. As always, this is The Summit, and we will see y'all on the next one. Peace.